Bunker man, a nutter. He's a nutter, a stone bunker. A bonker, a stone nutter. Oh, he's fake gone out. He's way gone out. Oh, he's a stone bonker man. A nutter, a nutter. He's a nutter, a stone bonker. A bonker, a stone nut. Oh, I don't need to hear myself. Right, that means we're live though. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Super Chuffer. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is right here and your left ear. We're in mono. We're going to be watching Angry Alan's... Where is he? Angry Alan's Nutty Hour. Angry Alan's Mad Hour before bed. Of course, we're going to be doing that. Big ups you in chat. Nigel, Jessica, Slinky Socks, Lorna, LJ in Cornwall. Big ups you. Big ups Keeley. Big ups John Eads. Big ups Film Fix. Big ups Lorna. We're going to... Oh, he's a stone bonker, man. I was just trying to out my Scottish accent. My Scottish accent. I hope he's not racist. My Scottish accent. Oh, you canyon knew. I didn't sort out the Angry Alan art competition. I had a bit more thinking about it. We were going to be doing thus today, but Steve's been poorless. He's been in the hospital with his back, or his leg, with his nerves. So we wish him a speedy recovery. Hopefully he might be up to doing it tomorrow. So we postponed it tomorrow. But it's a banger of an episode we're doing on denial. I'm really looking forward to that. So I've got a couple of different thumbnails to choose from for this. What do you think? That's Kim Jong-un. He's in denial, isn't he? So far in denial that they've... embalmed him and wrapped him in toilet roll and whoa. And then we've got this other thumbnail, which is the one we're leading with. I think this is actually quite a good thumbnail. What do you think about that? It says thus, obviously the T is also on there. It's just cut off from the way I've got it in the frame. This is Bobby Charlton's Comb Over. Big ups everyone. Big ups in chat. This is Bobby Charlton's Comb Over, isn't it? So that's a form of denial, isn't it? I thought it was quite a fun form of denial for the thumbnail. So that's an option. And then the other option, that I think is actually quite a good option as well. I replied to myself, didn't I? Didn't I reply to myself with this picture? This is a meme. This is fine. That Chuffer's in denial as well. It's quite a pleasant meme. So maybe they're the eyes for tomorrow's thumbnail. Maybe I'll revise it. But we've got to decide which thumbnail's best. You can tell me in chat. So... I'll do a poll. I'll start a poll. Which? And we're getting ready for Angry Alan's Mad Hour. I don't know what he's going to do. Hang on, that's me. I need to bin that off. I don't know what he's going to do, but it's going to be awful. I'll tell you a little bit about that in just a second. But which thumbnail is denial best? Question mark. So I've got Kim Jong-un, the Comb Over, and one more option, which will be This Is Fine. This is fine. Which one of those do you think is the best for the thumbnail? Ask your community. Obviously, This Is Fine. What I'll do with it is I'll just zoom it into the eyes and put thus, probably in this sort of, I'll probably change these words to the word thus. Do a little bit of Photoshop so it says thus, like, just change that so it says thus, and then put it there. Thus, and with the eyes. So, or is it the Comb Over? Is it Bobby Charlton's Comb Over, a symbol of denial with the word thus? Or is it the eyes? Because we usually go for eyes. So I thought, whose eyes really stand out as a person that's in denial? Kim Jong-un, but I don't know if it really stands out this close in with the eyes. It might just seem like I'm being racist. Those Koreans are in denial, those North Koreans. I don't know. So you can choose in the chat there. You've got a poll to be working on while you're warming up. Everyone knows that I didn't want to have to do this tonight, right? To be honest, I think we're better off doing Alan as a weekly, saving it up for the end of the week, because it's just rubbish. I predict, this is what I said, I'll tell you about tonight. We're not doing this. I'm sat at the computer. Someone sent me a little message on the old tweets or whatever. Oh, he's doing a live. You should fucking cover it. All right, I get it. You know, it's better than you watching his stream, isn't it? Watch it over here. It's better than you watching it on his stream. Watch it over here. But what I predict, I think he's been away for the weekend, possibly playing poker somewhere. And I think he's had a bit of a drink and hey, I'm Angry Alan and I'm fucking this and that. Maybe got himself a prozzer. Maybe got himself one of those sex-trafficked young people. And then he's had himself a bit of the prozzer and the And he's like, back in the manor. I'm Angry Alan, how dare they? Like, the narcissism cycle's come around again, so Angry Alan feels like the fucking big bollocks again. And he's going to go over and over the same old shit. That's what I think. I think he's going to go over and over the same old shit. So, I'm not expecting anything new. I'm expecting a lot of, you, Val, and the gang stalkers. Maybe this is going to be more about Frankie Rusick, and there's other people doing the Rusick case now, and I should be able to do it. And you're fucking suing me. You're suing me. Alan, Angry Alan, free speech. It's a bit. Hello, free speech. I am suing. Free speech is over. I am suing you. My name is Sue. How do you do? Free skeech, it said, but he replaced that with speech. Now costs. Is he going to launch another campaign for a crowdfund for suing us, suing the trolls? Is that what it's going to be? You know, it could be that. But he's going to be angry about stuff, isn't he? And he hasn't really got anything to say about anything. So I predict a lot of going over the same stuff. So my plan for tonight is to not pause it all the time and let us go. I don't want to go to bed. I'm tired. But after this as well, we did something. I'm not going to pause it all the time. I'm just going to take the sound down and like talk over him sometimes. I think we maybe should be doing it on the Monday. Sorry, on the end of the week, is like, you know, save it up for the end of the week show. But because we're not doing thus, I thought I'd do it. And then there's one more thing as well, which is I've got a premiere lined up, but I haven't lined it up yet. So I will line it up in the background for whenever he finishes. And what we did is we were on Twitch yesterday, on the Super Twitch channel. If you don't watch the Twitch channel, don't worry, the best bits will get uploaded to the main YouTubes. So on the Twitch channel, we were on Twitch yesterday, just chilling. And what happened was we played a bit of House Flipper.
Check Chuffy 1, 2, let's just...
And in House Flipper, I got this little rundown house.
So it's lots of chill.
So what we did was we decided
I have seen
to
the dribble on Alan's community.
renovate it, gap. And we put in some glass, we put in some black walls, some black floors, a black bed, and it came out looking, well, I don't want to spoil it, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but it came out looking quite good, this little house renovation, after we put in the black fixtures and fittings. You know what I'm saying, black walls, black bed, no retina burn, no chance of dehydration or retina burn in this gaff. So what I've done is I've edited that off, and so you don't have to go on the Twitch to watch it. Instead, I've edited it for YouTube, so whoever's still here at the end of today's episode, I'll create a premiere and then we'll roll straight into that. And I'll tell you what, that is nice for your bedtime, because it's chilling, it's House Flipper, it's me talking softly. It's actually kind of like, it's not quite ASMR, but it's kind of chill. It was a chill stream that we did yesterday, and that's a chill aspect. So what we'll do is we'll do Angry Alan when he's ready in 15 minutes or so. We'll build up the numbers here first so that Angry Alan has no chance of getting the win on the views. He's not going to win us on the views. We're going to get more views than Angry Alan. Oh, God. There's more to life, isn't there? There's more to life. There's more to life. But we're going to have fun here on our stream until he's done. And then after, we're going to roll into that. So there's a lot of good stuff to stick around for. The premiere after this episode. And like I said, I predict Alan's going to be particularly bad today. Particularly rubbish. I think he's going to be particularly rubbish. I don't know what he's planning. I don't think he's planned anything over the weekend. I think he's been off getting himself... There's like a cycle. So what happens with the narcissist, especially with the way we approach this, is they suffer like ego death. Not full ego death, but they suffer like we damage their ego. We force them to see the reality that they're trying to hide their own psyche from. That they're, in this case, a massive idiot with no respect. No one respects Alan. Alan can't get no respect. I can't get no respect around here. I said, I can't get no respect around here. I said to my wife, is that good? Who do you know who that is? My impression? I can't get no respect around here. I said to my wife, take my wife. She's already gone. I can't get no respect around here. Does that sound anything like him? Can you guess who that is? Doing lots of questions for you tonight, aren't I? Lots of questions. How's that? You all like the comb over and the pole there? I can't get no respect around here. I can't... Come on, who is that? You must know who that is. Mustn't you? Am I... I can't get no respect around here. I think if I put him actually on, then he's going to copyright. I'll get the copyright strike. When I was a kid, I lost my parents at the beach. I asked a lifeguard to help me find them. And he said, I don't know, kid. There are so many places they could hide. I don't get no respect around here. That's right, it's Rodney Dangerfield. No, it's not Sylvester Stallone. No, it's not. It's not Sylvester Stallone. That's still Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone. I can't get no respect around here. Sylvester Stallone. I can't get no respect around here. Sylvester Stallone. I can't get no respect around here. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't get no respect around here. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't get no respect. See, it's different. So, my girlfriend's so ugly. No, I can't read that. It's awful, actually. I had reading that. God. I can't get no respect around here. My sex life's nothing to crow about. At my age, I'm envious of a stiff wind. It's not. It's falling out now. Now I've done Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's starting to fall out. I can't get no respect around here. Me and my dad used to play tag. He'd drive. Actually, it's not. It's getting worse, if anything, rather than better. It's getting worse. I can't get no respect around here. My mom, she took me to a dog show, and I won. Oh, he's so funny. He's so funny. It's 30. I started early. I started too early for Alan, really. I should have had something else lined up. Started a bit early for Alan, didn't I? With nothing else lined up. Oh my God, nothing. What? What? Nothing else lined up? Right, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll open up the coffee so that we know that coffee exists. We'll go to my page. We'll pop that in the chat. That's a bit of, we'll call that housekeeping before we start. Alan's going to be late, of course. I can't get no respect around here. What's your favourite? Who's your favourite from that Rodney Dangerfield joke? I'll tell you what I really liked. I liked it when they did that film. I watched it when I was a kid. The Ladybugs, and there was a boy, and he pretended to be a girl, and then he was in the he was in the football team, the soccer team, and Rodney Dangerfield was the coach. Come on, kid, you gotta help us win. I gotta have. I don't get no respect around here, kid. You gotta help me win. Now listen, kid, you gotta help me win. When? That's a bit more. Can I do Joe Pesci? Can I do Joe Pesci? Why you fucking? You fucking? No, not really. Wah. Let's try a little bit of Joe Pesci. Let's do that. Joe Pesci Casino. I need to get a hook on it, and I'm not good at everyone. I'm not good at everyone at all. But this will be copyright. Shove it up your ass. That's just him stabbing someone with a pen.
Fucking tough guy told my friend.
Fucking tough guy.
Here, little girl, Ace. Is that a little fucking girl?
Is that a little fucking girl?
What happened to the fucking tough guy?
What happened to the fucking tough guy?
Told my friend stick it up his
Told my friend stick it up his fucking ass.
fucking ass.
Fucking ass. What happened to the tough guy? Told my friend stick it up his fucking ass. Well, when I'm doing the impression, what happens to me is I tend to tense up all of my muscles and my arms like this, and my neck as well. I feel like it's not just the voice. You can't see the full impression, but I tense up all my neck, and my whole body just moves as a whole, like it's a whole. None of this is torso, arms, none of that is moving. It's just my elbows and down, that can move, but everything else is static. Who's that fucking tough guy told my friend to go fuck himself? You fucking tough guy. You think you're a fucking tough guy? Like, so I think it's in the body as well. I think there's something in the body as well. He's going to sue me, or someone, in 10 minutes. He's just getting his case together. Just getting his case files together. Oh, you think you're fucking tough. You're fucking tough guy. It doesn't sound quite like him, does it? I mean, he's got a higher register than I have.
What's that? Huh?
Oh! No, I'm not... Oh, no. Don't have that on. It's fucking... No. And the heading of ice, I don't think I can play that on my stream. Cripes. Cripes. Actually, this is a really bad idea to go through Joe Pesci's finest moments. It's just all going to be fucking horrible violence, isn't it? Whatever it is, I saw it on YouTube, so...
Paris?
If YouTube wants to bin me off for showing me something that I showed on YouTube, then that's going to be an issue, isn't it? Because it's YouTube. It's their fault.
So, Joe, what are you, about in the 8th grade?
You think you're fucking funny? You think you're fucking funny, Letterman? You and your fucking jokes. What's the use so fucking funny when you're on the other side of this fucking desk? Oosh, oosh, oosh. Get him under the fucking desk. Oosh, oosh, oosh. Hitting him with the chair, picking up the chair, smashing it on him. Fuck you, Letterman, you fucking joke. You're the fucking joke.
Sorry.
Christopher. I don't know if I can do Christopher as well as I can do Adriana. Is it? Hang on, what's the name? Adriana. Christopher. Oh, Christopher. Christopher, get off her. Christopher, you're stupid. Christopher, you're stupid.
Sierra J sent tippies. It's midnight.
It's always midnight. This is your right here, Angela.
Looking
here.
forward to
Thank
you tearing
Sarah.
Alan a new bottom hole tonight.
Well, I think it's going to be the same
Super
old bottom
Juffer
hole.
owes 3 hugs.
I think he might have sewn up his own, but you might come with a firmly sewn up bumhole. I think he's going to split open quite quick because it's just going to be the same old bumhole, isn't it? He's not going to have anything new to say. Tell you what he might do. He might threaten us with legal action and pretend that he's going, big bluff. Might do the big bluff. Christopher! Oh, Christopher, get off her! What was her name? What's the dog's name? Cosette. Christopher! Oh, Cosette! Where's Cosette? Where's Cosette? Christopher, where's Cosette? What the fuck? Oh, you good talk and do like that. Do like that, Christopher. Christopher Mordicani. Christopher. Fucking A. Fucking A. Fucking A.
Pencil so I can give
Yeah, sure. Hey, how you doing?
Just control a pencil.
Keep score.
Oh, no. There'll be no
To
trouble
keep
here
score.
tonight.
Oh, he's made a bit of a joke. Keeping score, you see, because it's going to get you afterwards.
Going.
Come on with a big cigar as well, hasn't he? That's a bit of a, because he's a diminutive fellow, so he's come on with the big cigar.
You're doing pretty good.
I love your work. I think you're great. I enjoy those films. You bring something, it's like good.
I enjoy those films. I love your work. Yeah, and he's thinking, of course you do. They're the fucking, who doesn't? At this point in his career, he's done, Goodfellas and shit like that. I love you. I think he did Goodfellas. I know, I love your work. Yeah, of course. Everyone does. Fuck off. Very patronising and condescending.
A good
yeah.
seasoning in a great meal. You always have interesting little scenes that just kind of run away with the film. It's great. You do nice
He
work.
smashes people's heads off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my turn to compliment you now.
Oh, do you have a compliment? Sure, let's hear it.
Yes.
He's done Home Alone as well.
I like the show.
Oh, thank you
I
very
miss
much.
some of the things on the old show.
Oh, keep it to yourself.
Ha ha ha. Okay, that was a good interview. So. You fucking A! Fucking A! Got the relaxing music, gonna need that. Got the relaxing Armchair Detective.
I couldn't
Got
be
the,
happier.
the
Sarah C sent
decided it's-
tippies. Please do Terry Tibbs from Face
Terry
Jacker.
Tibbs, face jacker.
Super
Terry
Jacker
Tibbs.
owes 3
I'm
hugs.
Terry Tibbs. Now listen, Alan. I'm Terry Tibbs. Terry Tibbs, face jacker. I'm Terry Tibbs. Now listen, Alan. All right, Alan. I'm bringing you, Alan. Oh God, hang on. I can do I'm Terry Tibbs, but I can't do the rest of it. Let's have a look. This will be. I'm getting all the copyright stuff in early. This will get us fucking thrown right off. Terry Tibbs. Terry Tibbs.
Hello?
Hello.
Maserati 30
Maserati 32.
200. Talk to me.
Maserati 3200. Talk to me. That was, my old Terry Tibbs wasn't actually Terry Tibbs, I was just making it up. Maserati 3200. Talk to me.
Did you see the asking price?
I did?
I did.
23.5.
Hang about, look.
Hang about, look. I'm Terry Tibbs. Listen, Maserati 2200. Talk to me. Alright?
Not talking money just yet, alright?
I'm not talking money just yet. Alright? It's almost like there's some, alright? There's a bit of Barrymore in there and a bit of Pasquale. I'm not talking 3200 just yet. But then you've got to get you've got to out of it. And that'll be the Greek aspect, I suppose.
How much you
I
want?
want to know a bit more about the car before we get
I want to know a bit more about the car. I want to know
into
about
that.
the car.
Come on, you got to seduce me.
Come
You
on,
don't just
you gotta
jump into
seduce
bed
me.
with Terry Tibbs.
You don't just jump into bed with Terry Tibbs. You don't just jump into bed with Terry Tibbs. There's almost a bit of in there as well. Geezer, 2 pints of lager. Can you lend me a cigarette? I'm just gonna tell him I'm pal. 2 looking and pal. Good looking and pal. Send me a geezer, pint of lager and pal. Can I just get I'm outside the one stop now. I'm outside the one stop, banging out my hip hop. Get my boys mashed up. Would do the science on my laptop, but I've lost the charger. Oh no. Highly regarded. I've lost the charger. What's Alan gonna do with his free speech internet user? He's gonna give me a fucking kicking on the internet. Oh, gone a bit Brian Harvey as well. Are we all right? Is everything all right? Is everything all right? I'm only doing this by popular demand of one. I was overwhelmed by the demand of one person sent me a message or a tweet or a comment. One person. Overwhelmed by the popular demand of one person sent me a tweet or a message. Angry Alan is suing you, or he's being sued, or someone's being sued. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the premise is of today's episode. Like, if Steve wasn't poorless, we'd be doing this, but it's okay. Things happen, you know, it's okay. I hope he's okay, that's the main thing. And we've got a real banger for this. We're going to be doing about denial. And it's not just, we're going to have a little talk. I'm reading you something off the internet for a bit, and here's the news. It's not that. It's that we've got a forensic psychologist who's well-versed and interested. And I've done a bit of digging myself. And between us, we've come up with some ideas that we're going to talk through. We're going to tell you where they come from, psychologically, and all that. Who did the papers? Who's writing the stories here? Terry Tibbs, right? Who's writing the stories? You don't just fuck around with Terry Tibbs. If you want to rumble, you look weak like Barney Rubble. I'll see if I can pencil you into my schedule. Come round this time next week with your boys in the golf club. I'll break your feet, give you a new handicap, wear baseball caps and think you're gangster. Nose poked out like Andy Cap, get smacked, get broke. If you want to rumble. I'm just filling time, really. Still 2 more minutes before Angry Alan starts. I should have had a video ready to fill the time with, but I didn't think that until I didn't realise that now until. How about this? I'm a tryer, try your luck, all put together, sum it up. Dumper truck, what makes you think I'll give a fuck? I'm like, ladies, out of fashion, rip you off like the tax and customs. I don't even need the reasons. I'm like labels, out of season. I'm a king killer, committing treason. I'm Hassan, you're heathens, not passing the mark, so keep dreaming. You like boxes, you get beaten. You like foxes, having a dream season. This court's in session, so don't judge me when I party like Jamie Vardy. I'll score the hotties, I'm not into your Maseratis, keep your I'm not into your Maseratis, keep your Ferraris in their garages. Conceptual art like a modern artist. I'm an installation, I'll make you question your nature. I'm naughty like Dizzy Rascal, not hip hop. I'm grime, you arsehole. Come from UK garage like Arsenal. Team coach, let's do the wanger. All bow down now like EastEnders. I'm Midlands, I'm Birmingham. Other MCs are out of order. I'm serving them like aces. Where your blood comes from is where your team is. I'm a Zulu, our firm's the meanest. I'm a MC man, you feel you hear this. Na 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 na. Is he on yet? I'm just filling the time. I'm just filling the time. Da na na da na 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 da na 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 na. What was that? I'm gonna try your luck. And what's the second verse? Oh, I don't know the second verse. Oh no, I don't know the second verse off the top of my head until when I get the first line, I'm all right. But then, yeah. So anyway, I'm just filling the time until he gets going. Really, trying to build up the numbers because don't want Alan to. I took a dip when I started doing that. Took a little dip when I started. People don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. I'll stop when he starts with his rubbish. I'll stop my rubbish when he starts with his rubbish. They call me Roots and Future, feed off me like a flock of vultures, bang out beats like I'm out of order, I'm out on the streets like ASBA orders. Tell them informers selling crack, hoods all buying up raps of rap. I was like, cut, don't get me, man. They don't know about my right hand or my left hook, like the Neverland book. I'm full grown up, don't play with toys for the girls and boys and the gender neutral. I'm future, I'm crucial. You need me to defeat the evil, like Mr. Robot, a Fight Club fan. I told you, they don't know about my right hand. Waiting for Armchair Detective now official, he's now late. And he's got 62 waiting. And I don't know, I'm not really about shouting about these numbers games, but I've got 300 here. So there's 300 of you here. So 300 of you here. So give yourselves a pat on the back for being 300 of you. But with only 87 likes, I think you should stop patting and start quite firmly now encouraging yourself to press the like button. Jesus. I mean, I've done all that rapping. Big up Steve, they're saying. Where's Steve? Steve. Big up Steve of the Dead. Steve of the Dead. How's your back and leg? I hope it's getting better. I'm a little bit worried. But like, I think you'll be okay. Although I don't know anything about it, so like, what do I know? How am I supposed to give any advice? Yeah, maybe it'll be okay. I'd be the best doctor, wouldn't I? Just get you sat down, listen to what you say, and then, oh well, I don't know. You know, I suppose I've seen worse. Yeah, you'll be okay. Maybe I was writing a little bit about Alan today, actually. I was thinking about writing a little bit about Alan. Thank you for the question, Drama Llama. Yeah, I need to write some new ones, don't I? Because you've heard all my old ones now. It's boring doing the old ones. Fucking stupid bastard doing the... Oh, I know that one. I've heard him do that one. I memorised them. So, Christ. Cripes, sorry. Sorry, Jesus. We are on a being sorry to Jesus tip at the moment. I'm going to try and make Jesus less cross all summer. Alan, are you going to turn up? If Alan doesn't turn up at all, we will just roll the... Because we did, like I said, we've got a little bit of a special after this. A little bit of a special for everyone who's just turned up, which is on Twitch yesterday, which you might not have seen. We did a chill stream, just chilling, playing a game called Unpacking. It was really chill. And we also created this room in a game called House Flipper. We created black walls, black brick walls,
these
black
are just
floors,
design decisions.
and it's very chilled. So I edited it for YouTube, and it'll come up as a premiere after this episode. So that'll be good, won't it? Yeah. Once upon a time, right, I'll tell you a story about the doctor. Once upon a time, my dog bit my toe really fucking bad. And when I say really bad, I mean my old dog was a bit of a chuffer sometimes. It was my fault. It was 4 a.m. I went to switch on the light, and I nearly trod in his bed because I was being a bit clumsy. And he was in his bed, and he went, fuck this, and he got hold of my foot, right? And so I thought, this is bad, when he was biting it. And I went, Nathan, no! And I just stopped, you know, very still, let him just calm. All right, mate, all right. And then I went upstairs, and I've got my foot with the sock in the bath, and I'm like, this looks bad because all the blood's coming out the sock. And then I took off the sock, and like part of my toe came with it. I degloved. It was one of my middle toes. Degloved it, and so I had to get my mum up. Be like, Mom, can we go to the hospital, please? It's 4 a.m. I know, but I'm going to need driving. Big ups to the obsoletist. Yeah, Alan is late for his own stream, and he planned it for late as well, didn't he? Oh, I really feel this is getting a bit sad now, this Alan stuff. It's a little bit sad, really. I'm doing the best. I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, look, got into the A&E at like 4 in the morning or whatever it was, and it's very quiet, so I did get seen quite quickly. But they didn't have all the staff on. It wasn't very busy, you know. It's very quiet at night time, and so there's like 3 nurses and a doctor, and they're all gathered around my foot. He even gathered them. He said, "Come and have a look at this, everyone. You don't see this every day. Dog bite, partially fucked up foot." And like they had to, when they were stitching it up as well, because you know it must have been chewed up. He was like, "Can you hold this bit here? Can one of you put your finger on this? I think this goes over here. I hope we get this the right way up." And they did the best job they could, and I had to have it all stitched up and then go home. Yeah. But it's not as bad as what Steve's going through. That was just like a straightforward one, you know. But yeah. Alan, are you turning up? This is me smacking the bass. If you've got chocolate soya milk, now's the time to smack the bass. That livens it up. I don't know. It probably does nothing. I just feel like some things might settle. I don't know what things there are. It might settle. There you go. Red hearts for Steve. I have green hearts for me. You've got red hearts. They're the actual saucy hearts. They're the Valentine's Day style hearts. Pop. Big up Sandy. Yeah, we do drive Alan absolutely nuts. Oh, I was saying about it. Part of narcissism, Steve will tell us. Part of narcissism is like you've got this view of yourself,
And it's a bit of a fake view. It's a bit of a fantasy view. Like, you create this fantasy about yourself. And then that's okay. You go about life. And anyone that comes into contact with you that disrupts that fantasy, that says, hey, you can't sit there. You're no one special. Or, hey, can you just fuck off, you knobhead? Then you just sort of say, oh, they're idiots. They're fucking fuck them. They're trolls and idiots. Don't need them. I'm the big special one. And so you go about your life and it's fine. But, big up Sarah J. No, I don't have a P.O. box. I've only got, like, you know, nearly 10,000 subscribers on the main channel. Maybe when we get a bit bigger we can, and you can start sending me your dog poo and sperm samples through the letters box. But at the moment, not yet. Yeah, so you're a narcissist, you're going around, you're armchair detective, you think you're Billy Big Bollocks, and then something happens, like what's going on the internet with us. It's been happening before with these other people, and what it does is it shatters your worldview of yourself. Alan might be watching this now, actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. This information, he can't fix himself with it. He probably just thinks it's rubbish, probably goes, that's not me. But what happens is it shatters your self-view of yourself, and that for a narcissist is very, very difficult. So they go into rage. They go into these defense mechanisms, they go into rage, and they also, like, at some point, they might feel sad and upset, but it's mainly because of their own behaviour and the bad things they've done. But really, they lash out at the rest of the world. Ah, fuck you, the rest of the world. But I thought Alan might be on a bit of a high from a weekend off. You know, he doesn't take weekends off quickly, does he? He usually does it when there's a poker event on. He probably has gone on a poker event. You know, a little quick weekend poker. But he might feel bad at the end of it, because he might have, you know, it's like one of them, isn't it, when you wake up and you've spent all the money. So, oh no, I got really fucking drunk and spent all the universal credit. I'm only joking. But you know, those sort of ones where you wake up and you go, oh no, who's this? She's going to want a taxi. I hope I left enough money for the taxi for her. Oh my cripes. Oh no. He might be feeling a bit like that. You know, he might have exhausted some of his resources and he might be in for a big beg. You know, there's all sorts of different ways he could come back. He could come back Billy Big Bollocks. I'm the big armchair detective, I am. Or he could come back rage. Oh, they were fucking, I had a weekend off and they were still going at me and I didn't like it. Or he could come back beg. I'm going to need your monies. I've spent too much monies this weekend and now I need your monies. Poker in Coventry, you're saying, yeah. I mean, I haven't got the arse about it enough to, like, if we knew for a fact he was in Coventry playing poker, then I would literally just go to the poker game and enter, and like take my camera and be like, well, hey, it's Scott filming a vlog from the poker game. I've paid the money, I'm entered, and I'm on the table with Alan, so fuck you, Alan, you can't get rid of me. But if he wasn't there for sure, I can't be asked to go to Coventry, and I can't be asked to fully stalk him. He's kind of pathetic at this juncture. I feel like we did a lot of good work smacking him about the internet. So he's fallen into this role of being like pathetic clown now. Remember, the rebrand is over. He is now a lolcow. He's not a detective. There's something wrong with his head. Better check it, it's defective. The Angry Alan thinks he's the armchair detective. He better wind in his neck. His head's defective.
Welcome to the Armchair Detective channel.
He's a lolcow. He's someone on the internet that acts
views,
stupid and people laugh at. So the question is, how stupid is he going to act? And how much of a laugh are we going to get?
Any crime.
That's the rebrand. That's done now. He can't avoid that. He is rebranded.
Of our study group,
the lolcow detective.
but we don't look at drama.
The armchair
We
lolcow.
don't bash other creators. We just try to solve crimes that need that little bit of help.
Well, there is another option, which
the
is that he
victim
spent the weekend at a
needs a
Travelodge
voice
in Exeter pushing people in the river on his
deserve a
time
voice.
off. Look out for the river deaths around that area of the
But
world.
the police seem to look the other way. We want to refocus their eyes.
Come on, Alan, what have you got today?
We wanna
It's
help
called My Name is
the
Sue.
helpless.
Hi, my name is Wicka Chicka Chicka Sue. Hi, I'm Sue, the armchair detective. I am the armchair detective. I like the way he says it at the start. I hope he does that. Hi, I'm Angry Alan, and I am the armchair detective.
It's
Like
raining
a statement
again.
of
I
fucking
couldn't be happier.
intent.
He sent tippies. Big
Yay.
ups.
Detective.
Super Chuffer
Refresh.
owes
Oh,
5
no.
hugs.
Thank you very much for the
Sue,
tips.
please.
Keely, you're first. I'm first, Keely. Sorry, I don't know if that's the way you've written it, but has he not moved his microphone? Please, Alan. I said I wasn't going to be pausing this, but I had to pause it right at the start. Why are you doing this with the microphone? Please, Alan. We need to hear you. Put the microphone in front of you. It's behind him again.
Yay! Hello there, Armchair Detective.
Filtered up.
Refreshed. Still, see, clean, tidy, had a shave.
Yeah,
I don't
filtered.
know what's the matter with these people.
You've got a filter
They
on.
should support me, shouldn't they?
They should support
you
me
do.
straight in with the beg.
And you do, and you do, and you do.
We can't hear you properly, you dickhead.
And we're off.
No, we can't hear you. He hasn't got the captions on.
Skirt around certain things. There's certain things I can't say, but you know, I see so much speculation.
I can't
about
make it any
Armchair
louder than this.
that I thought I'd tell you what I can tell you.
I might have to turn off the background music.
It'll blow your socks off. If you're on my side, if you're on their side, you're gonna cry.
Oh, I've got Genshin Impact music going because I've got Genshin Impact open in the background. Right, quit that.
Let me give you one line.
We have to be quiet and listen for Alan.
If you wanted to sue AD for the way that I'm trying to get sued, you're gonna need £100,000.
No, you don't. You definitely don't. I've asked. No, you don't.
So, when you're handing out money to people that are saying, "I need a bit more money," remember, I tell you this on
What's going on in
the
the eyebrow? Is that the one where
7th
I
of August,
pierced it, or is it because I had a
2023.
car crash? Oh, I got a gap in my eyebrow.
If you want to take AD to court,
That must be. Oh, that's from being
if I
punched. and having
refuse to give
scar
you a
on my
settlement
eyebrow.
of cash, it's going to cost
Sorry,
you
Alan.
£100,000. So
You're saying it's going to cost £100,000 to go to court? It's not. It's not.
£100,000.
It's not.
Won't cost me £100,000 because the
What happens is-
person, just
Right.
hypothetically,
Hypothetically, what happens is you ask the solicitor to send a cease and desist. That costs you a few £100, and then they do that. And if he doesn't desist, then it goes on to the next stage. It can be a few thousand. It's not £100,000 to take Alan to court.
Virginia, right? This guy in West Virginia, USA, right? So
West
wants to take me to
Virginia,
court.
man and
wants to
mama. It's
be
this. It's this rubbish.
they call it civil case tourists in our courts here,
How
where
can it
people
be?
come from other countries because they think our courts are easy.
He's prepared this
pushover
for Monday.
to sue
Frankie
somebody.
Rusik's taking me to court.
Well, you know, for civil cases, they come from Russia to sue people here because it's well known that you know you can do it. So they do it. Right? It's called case tourism.
Case tourism.
If Joe Bloggs in West Virginia, is that what I said last time? In West Virginia, wants to sue me because he doesn't like me, or
Do you think I'm on the other
he
screen, Jess?
doesn't
Yeah,
like
probably.
what I said.
I'm having to listen really carefully
About-
because he's got the microphone behind him.
Um,
Alan, if you are watching, could you move the microphone, move it, and talk
Like,
into it?
I don't know,
Talk.
Meghan Markle on Netflix. He doesn't like what I said about Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle's his sister.
Alan.
And he said, I don't like what you're saying about my sister.
Alan.
On Netflix, Meghan
If he's
Markle,
watching,
right?
let's
So
get
I'm
his
gonna sue
attention.
you.
Alan.
Okay. Well, why?
Woo.
I don't like what you're saying.
Woo. Shall I sing into his microphone?
Well, I'm allowed to have an opinion. on it.
They're talking and like
It seems when you phone the police here,
He's still going.
you can get permission from our own police to
call you
call
a
anybody
pedo.
anything.
Yeah. He's
I heard it
loving
myself.
it.
An English policeman
It's
said, you
regurgitation.
can call anybody anything you want.
Alan's talking about last
would
week,
never call
2 weeks
somebody
ago
a
drama.
I might say, I think there's a woman in America that
I
needs to be
might
questioned
say-
about a crime case.
You said that you thought those children would still be alive if she wasn't
kid's
there.
gonna go-
That's what you said the other day.
He's
I heard
suing you
it.
because you don't.
I don't even
like
know
a
anything
certain
about the
person.
fucking Nicole Kessinger or whatever.
Have you ever sent him
said,
any messages? No. Have you ever threatened him? No.
What?
Huh. Because we don't deal with compassion. We deal with facts in the courts.
What?
I want to know what you've done wrong. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, it must be something. Hang on a minute.
Story time
it
with
says
Alan.
here that he's suing you for defamation and harassment. Harassment. Have you ever
Harassment.
harassed him? No.
Well, that's fine then. I'll take your word for it, and that's that.
Okay.
Have you ever harassed him? No.
Well, you said things. Yeah, I've said things.
Yeah, I
But they're all
said
true.
things, but they're true things.
They're all
So-
true. You can prove it. Yeah, I can prove it's all true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll prove it then. Go on then.
Well, he's written here 6 things that you said about him that he doesn't like. Yeah, they're all true. I'll
They're all
write them
true.
down. With that, and that, and
Doubling
that,
down
and
on
that,
the,
and that. Send it back. I'm thinking, well, that okay. So I better look up what harassment and defamation is.
No, they're two different things. Harassment is different from defamation, so you don't need to look up what harassment
haven't
is.
harassed anyone.
You're being sued for
You'll
defamation.
never see him in
aren't you?
anybody's chat like slagging anybody off or tell
What?
them they're going to prison, or tell them they're going to rot in jail for life,
Right,
or
Mike,
tell them they're going to
cunt.
throw away the key, or you've had it, or we're going to get you, or there's his phone number, phone him up. Nothing. I've done nothing like that. Other
Yes, you
people
have.
done that to me.
Doxed my fucking parents, you nutter.
Of course, I've got all the proof.
No proof.
What have I done?
I love the fact that you still got
What
these
have I done?
watermarks. Like if you look at the right hand side of the screen there,
Well,
you
you
can see the
conspiracy
watermarks of
theorist,
the
Vinnicombe.
and behind him of the Shutterstock, like
Well,
you know,
actually, no.
the company.
What I
that is-
did
is
over a
called
period of time was to look at a case and look at all
Slide
people's theories,
something.
right? Not necessarily my theories. Somebody would have a
Slide
theory.
Stores or something.
I'll bring them on the TV. And
So
I'll
the
talk to them
background
about
is
my
copyright
theory,
that he's nicked.
And I say, this is not my theory. This is their theory.
Does he think this is one of his
And
patrons?
somehow,
Yeah.
over the
What's he
fullness of
doing?
time, every theory
What's he doing?
is my theory now, right? Every
He's
theory.
like 21 new as
is
well.
my
This is just
theory.
complete
But all I
bollocks
was
straight
doing
off,
was
isn't it?
talking about the
And
various
having the
theories.
microphone over here is just incredible lunacy.
Harassment, no. Defamation. Well, to be honest with you,
Have you finished now, Alan?
I
That's
used
it for
to
your
talk
show
about
then,
the
because
woman
this is boring.
that's no longer got the name she had. And CW, and the woman that's changed her
Oh my
name,
God.
that was my sole purpose in life.
He won't even say
Because
their names.
I was told that she was involved by someone very close.
He's pathetic. You weren't told anything. You don't
So
know
I was
anything.
trying to help. I was trying to help.
I was trying to help.
And what do I get for that help? Let's call them a gang of roofers, right?
Gang of
I'm a
roofers.
roofer. Oh, I'm a roofer too. We're here to protect Joe
You
Bloggs
mean
in
the
West
truthers?
Virginia. Long live Joe Bloggs in West Virginia. He is a great person. He's not done anything wrong in his life. He is almost a saint, Joe Bloggs.
This
I
is
love
really
Joe
weird,
Bloggs.
isn't it? Because he's now talking in sort of code, conspiratorial
I like talking
code
to him.
about stuff. So either
He's
you know
great.
what is going on or you've got no
Yeah,
idea.
what's
Yeah? And if you've
Joe
got no
Bloggs,
idea, he's
West
not going to help
Virginia.
you. Can I put his chat on screen? Yeah, but it's rubbish. Like,
So,
and it's a faff and a
I'm
hassle.
thinking to
But
myself,
go on then.
take me to court would
It is
cost a lot
fucking
of money.
stupid though, his chat. Like, you know, it's
A lot
like
of money.
you're opening the door to the shit room,
Because
frankly.
you can't get sued for telling the truth. Do you know that?
You can't get sued for telling the truth.
And you can't get sued for talking about someone that's passed away. Yeah, it doesn't leave much, does it? I know. Joe
yeah, that's
Bloggs
them.
in West Virginia. He can't work anymore because I've upset him so much he can't even work. Joe Bloggs stays in his bedroom every night watching telly because I upset him so. I upset him so.
I upset him so. I think
What
he's
year
quite
was
upset
that?
because his sister and the nieces were murdered, but
Well,
you going on about it probably didn't help as
the
well.
video we put forward where you defamed Joe Bloggs
Defamed,
was
defamed.
2020.
We've got defamed on the Angry Alan Can't Say Words podcast. Defamed.
What about 2019 and 2018? Was Joe Bloggs working then? No,
Who
he
cares
wasn't
what
working
you
then
want
either.
about?
Oh. So I haven't affected his income then because he wasn't working before he decided to send the videos to the court
Alan,
of how I was so nasty
Alan,
to him.
Tell
So
this to the judge.
Anything before that date, he wasn't unable to work because
Why
Joe
you-
Bloggs was fine before then.
Like in court, okay, I'm going to
didn't
turn this
work.
down for a minute. In court, when you go to do a court case, yeah, it's quite important that you keep your cards close to your chest. Alan will know that what I'm talking about here, being a poker player. It's quite important to keep your cards close to the chest, and you simply don't talk about it, so the other side don't know what you're about to say in court, because then they'll have to think on their feet. But instead, Alan is trying to like defend himself against the charges himself with his own terrible like logic and thinking. He's trying to do that himself on the internet so that the opposition can have all of his arguments in
Created
advance.
The roofers, and used to sit under the roofers, and he'd look after them and pat them on the back when they did something bad about me. Well done, roofer.
Truthers, you mean?
All the roofers.
The truthers. But do you think it's funny because
I
my
love the
dad runs a
roofers.
roofing
There's not
company
many left
and you're
now.
trying to tie the two things
They're
in? It's
dying
weird.
breed.
It's just weird, Alan. We can't even hear you properly. Like he's going really. Like, do you notice how
you can't
the quality?
defame a deceased person? So
You can't defame a deceased person, so there you go. So the quality of Alan's content is dipping quite dramatically. And again, he's starting off, we said last week was a bad week for him. He's starting off this week with just pure dog shit. He looks like an idiot. He sounds like an idiot. He's stuck in some weird nonsense. The main members of the audience can't get it. The only people who are here for it are his long time, and I think these people are in denial themselves. Like, it's a real shit show, this one, like using his words, isn't it? What do you think? Give it Alan a rate. See if you can give Alan's in chat to cheer me up. Give Alan's stream a 1-sentence rating, like as if it was the back of a book, you know, like on the back of the Times they'd put on like the back of the I remember one from Terry Pratchett, the like fantastic, and on the back it said a sequence of unalloyed delight, a sequence of unalloyed delight. Just a lovely little sentence. How would you describe Alan's stream in a sentence in
Other
chat?
people that are talking about Meghan Markle,
now,
don't you go after them? No, just you. So this is a vendetta, right? Yeah, it's a vendetta. It's just you, AD. We won't close down. We don't want to get Vera Lynn or George Michael or any other of those channels that are going on about Meghan Markle. We don't want to get them. We just want to get you. I don't talk about it anymore. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So
We've set our heart on ruining your life.
right? The weird thing about this is the court won't care about any of this because they're just dealing with the one case at a time. The court aren't going to take in consideration how... Oh, and by the way, you bring any lawsuits against anyone else for context? No, it's just this one case and what you said and whether it's true or not and whether you said it or not.
Hey, give him money. I thought Joe Blogs wanted me off YouTube. No. No.
Oh,
If
it's
you're
all
off
about
YouTube,
money.
he hasn't got any way of making money. You've got to stay on YouTube.
And bear in mind, none of this is
Don't forget,
new,
right,
is it?
Joe Blogs wants me to stay on YouTube.
So none of this, right, is new. Why are people watching his show? Why are these people in chat? And ask yourself, if you're watching this back and you're one of these people in chat and you think, oh, I hate Scotty, Scotty's such a bastard, why are you watching this man talk about this again? What is this? What, to what end? What benefit? How does this, like, isn't this a waste of your life? Isn't he maliciously wasting your time? Like, does he think of you so little that he thinks you would listen to his own personal rants about stuff that you've heard before over and over again? Does he think so little of you? Because that's not so good, is it? That's not so good. What have we got in chat here? We've got Coffin Dodger spiraling from Natalie C. Lynn says it's absolute drivel. I think that would look good on the back of a book. Karen Janky says, if you think your day was bad, watch this and you'll enjoy your daily chores again. It's kind of like a promotional line, isn't it?
He's going to get a person that's pretending to be a lawyer to set up a fund
Look at this.
in England, and he's going to ask
fake lawyer
all his
rant.
supporters in England.
So what we need to start doing with Alan is we need to start noting down his, because this is just, like I said, I'd said it before it started, it goes in cycles. So I don't quite know exactly what part of what we're getting here. I think we're getting a bit of a performance. I feel almost like he's laying the groundwork to be, obviously this court case thing is troubling him, yeah? And from what I've heard, it's actually going to go ahead. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I think he's kind of laying the groundwork for the idea that it goes ahead, he gets done, and he has to sort of, like, in some way, like, I think he's worried that the last of his followers will leave him if he gets found guilty or something, like it'll be proved wrong. And I think he's laying the groundwork for being found guilty in court and then saying, oh no, but remember I said all this stuff. Remember, the courts are cheating me now. The courts are cheating me.
And
What's this?
I paid them money to send decent cease and desist letters to Joe Blogs in West Virginia, warning him that if he continued,
There's no way in the world that Alan Vinnicombe paid the money to send cease and desist letters, and if he did, he would be a massive idiot to reveal the cease and desist letters on the internet, wouldn't he? And this, through Alan's broadcast, okay, maximum quality 720p, you can't see what this is. It's illegible. So it's not evidence of anything, is it? It's just illegible. Look, I'll blow it up. I've got crispy 1080p, whatever, 1080 60 or whatever we broadcast in. Like, look, it's illegible. It might as well say, thank you for dining at McDonald's. You've won a free meal. Like, it's illegible.
This particular one invoice.
The man's got the microphone behind him.
That's just one invoice.
You can't hear him talking properly. And
that was in September.
This is illegible.
Just October 2021. So at the time, Joe Blogs
like at
was
this point
raising money.
It is literally right. There's a meme, like I said the other day. There's a meme called "Old Man Laughs at Cloud." Sorry, Old Man Shouts at Cloud. You know, there's a meme. Old man shouts at cloud. Yeah, old man yells at cloud from The Simpsons. Oh. At this point, he's Grandpa Simpson, and he's just ranting into the ether because you can't actually hear him properly, and the things he's showing you, you can't even see them properly.
And his father, a cease and desist letter.
So this is
and
like a
his
drunkard.
Favourite trolls. Sorry, favourite roofers, a cease and desist.
No, he's had the whole weekend thing. What shall I do on Monday?
Cease and desist. I've just showed you the receipt for the cease and desist. They know who's had them.
The microphone's all right for a beginner, I'll say that, right? And it gets you going, like most microphones. It might be a bridge gap between that very first mic you get and the next step. But for someone on internet for 5 years, it's a step down from whatever he was using before. And he doesn't know how to use it, so that's bad as well. And it shows pure ignorance and an inability or ignorant, like, pig-headedness to not learn about. He's a media producer, first and foremost. Doesn't matter what you're doing on YouTube. Doesn't matter whether you're talking about cakes or crowns. You're a media producer to get your point across on YouTube. Yeah. So if you're not thinking about media production, then you've missed a big trick because you're on YouTube. So it's media production.
Blogs, his mum says they're all working for us.
Alan doesn't understand how to position a microphone.
And every one of them has got Joe Blogs in their channels talking.
I think Joe's probably helping.
Pat them on the head. They can't pretend they're nothing to do with Joe Blogs, because I know they are. One of them even said, tell you what, Joe Blogs, I'll give you some money towards this. You pay me back when you get all AD's money.
Why are you saying it like this now? Because you all know, like, this is fucking weird, right?
I've got them banged to right.
He's talking about Martin, and Martin suggested that he would loan Frankie the money and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't matter what someone said on YouTube comments and this and that, right? Why is he saying it now, but not naming the people? Like, is it because someone said you shouldn't talk about the trolls that gives them air? Well, now he's not talking about them because he didn't say their names. But obviously everyone knows who you're talking about that knows. And the people that don't know now simply don't know. So it's weird, isn't it? Because only last week you were saying all this, but naming them by name. So, like, do you think that people... Like, Alan seems to have this weird... This is actually weird to me, that he should believe that whatever was said last week, that's gone now. That doesn't count. Because now I'm saying this. Like, it's too late, Alan. You've spent, like, years and years naming these people and calling them gang stalkers and saying that this and that and the other. Like...
For harassing him, even though he's got a cease and desist for harassing me. And his little gang of roofers...
Truthers.
And they're calling me a sexual name beginning with P.
A pedo? No one
his
called you
little
that.
roofers are saying I sing duets with children to try to...
No.
boys from around the world.
You didn't do duets. You opened up a collaboration room and several children joined the room.
I was selling children to America by pizza orders with Dr. B.
Pizza order? Yeah, there's no child porn on the internet. You've checked.
I haven't got a pail to paddle with. No, whatever that is. A paddle. We've got nothing.
I love it. If only you could hear it properly.
The last 10 weeks,
they haven't got a pail to paddle with. No, wait, a paddle to paddle with. Oh, fuck it, they've got nothing. This is brilliant.
I've been mentioning the roofers. I've got them all. And that's why I haven't got a pail to pee.
This is brilliant.
It's little roofers. I haven't got a pail to paddle with. No, whatever that is. A paddle. We've got nothing. I've got them all.
You idiot. You big idiot. You can't even get your words out. They haven't got a pail to paddle to pail to... They haven't got a paddle to paddle... Oh, forget it. Listen, they've got nothing. You've got nothing, because today's show is last month's rant, but you've taken out the names and you put the microphone behind you now.
And that's why I haven't got a pail to paddle with. No, whatever that is. A paddle. We've got nothing. I've got them all. And that's why for the last 10 weeks I've been mentioning the roofers. I wanted to rile them up, and now they're riled up. I've got all the proof I need.
Oh, it's the trap again.
And that's why
he said this before. Do you remember? He said he was gathering them when we caught him out going to Monaco, or Malta, sorry, it was Malta, wasn't it? When we caught him out going to Malta, he said it was all a trap to get them in the big trap, and now he's got them all together, and they've done it now because they've all said happy Super Chuffer, and Super Chuffer's good, and they tippied Super Chuffer, here's the tippy link, they tippied Super Chuffer, and that meant they were all a gang. Didn't it? That meant they were a gang. So he's doing the same thing. It's a defense response against being called out and shown up. So it's like a denial lie. Oh no, it wasn't them that caught me out. It was me that caught them out. I was laying it as a trap all along. That's why I've been angrily The reason I've been having my outbursts and my angry responses and my content's gone totally down the shitter and I constantly rant on about Martin and Val is because I was laying a trap and they all fell for it. So don't worry about everyone else who had to disappear away from my YouTube channel because they thought what my content was a load of shit, right? I was laying a trap, sorry.
Talking about the roofers. I don't need them anymore. I've got them in my box.
Got them in my box.
Calling me a P.
Calling me a P.
I want you to remember that.
I want you to remember that. You
calling me a
shouldn't,
P.
because that's the worst thing that's happened to
And
you.
they might deny it, but I've got them all.
It's because of your behaviour.
One of them even
you
called
look
the
like
police
a
and said,
paedophile.
"Can I call AD a P?" And the police said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So, if the roofers can call me a P, now I say that Meghan Markle needs questioning.
Listen, you were searching the internet for
Slightly
child
lesser
porn.
charge, isn't it?
You admitted it.
Slightly lesser charge. But that's not why I'm here tonight. I wanted to give you a general. I just did that to help you because I want you to know.
I just did that to help you. It's 20 minutes in.
$100,000
I just did that to help you.
To get me in the court. And do you know what? I don't have any money.
Yes, you do. You got a house. They'll take it off you fucking dickhead.
So even if I was to lose this case to Joe Bloggs and
This is now again this repeated
he's in America. How's he gonna get the
stupid
money?
blag that he thinks
you have to pay.
that Rusick will
Well, you
listen
got
to and
to
go,
pay
oh
the
no,
court.
wait,
But
Alan's
again-
got no money. Everyone call everything
you
off.
just lost in court, AD. Yeah, I've lost. If I lose, which I won't, if it ever came to that and I lost, he's then got to go to court again to get the money. How's he going to get the money? Oh, he's going to go to court and say you've got to pay. I haven't got any money.
Alan,
So not only is he £100,000 in debt to Rowan,
right? If he wins, then they will order you to take down the defamatory statements, won't they? Otherwise, you'll be held in contempt of court. And so what will have to happen is you will have to lock, stock and barrel remove all of the bollocks off your YouTube for the last 5 years, and you won't know what episode has got what in it and which thing you've said where, even to this day, this episode now. Oh, I didn't say their names. Yeah, okay, try it with the judge. Like, you will have to remove all of your shit off the internet, and because you won't know which videos you said what, you'll probably have to do it wholesale, because if you can find one still up, he'll do you with contempt of court, and it won't be about the money, they'll put you in prison. So, like, you're an idiot.
talk.
All the chicken he can eat.
I am like.
Let's have your
2 or 3
memes in
steps
chat.
ahead.
All the memes you can remember. Let's have your memes in chat. Remind me of the memes, and I'll say them out in Alan's voice.
And you gave him money.
All the chicken you can eat.
Dear, oh dear.
Look at him, he looks dead. He looks like a dead man with his
Spartacus,
filter
no
on.
Spartacus. Be quiet, AD. They use this against you, and the court won't like you saying if you lose, you got no money.
It's
I'm
too
being
late.
honest.
He said it
This is
over and
what I'm
over
saying.
again.
Look,
So what's the
90%
listen?
of
Also,
cases
right?
don't go to-
What's the point in donating money to him? Because he's telling you he's got no money. Because then the police,
It's
you know, the
raining
court,
again.
right?
I couldn't be happier.
Big up Sierra J.
Sierra
Thank
J
you for the
sent
tippies.
tippies.
This is live now.
Was he
ACW.
googling
We are
mother
live
licks
now.
Connoff daughter's face part of the trap? Pillock. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
I'm first. Yeah, so the stupid thing is, right, if you give him money and he's telling you that the court can't take it off him because he's got no money, then what will happen then at the end of the month? Will he save it, or will he put it towards something important? He'll just fritter it away on poker, because he has to have net zero at the end of every month, because otherwise he's going to go to court and lose money. So he's got net zero, hasn't he? So he deliberately spends it all so he doesn't have to pay any tax and all any of that, and he thinks that's clever. So all it means is if they're giving him money, it goes flush straight through the system and in the toilet. So don't give him any money. That's what this rant should highlight for you. Don't give him any money.
because of the silence in the free speech on social
I
media.
get my clothes from IKEA.
Did you know you can be sued for
It's
posting something
raining
online?
again.
It's
I
not
couldn't
true.
be happier.
Alan
Or to
Vinnicombe,
share
the
it, or
movie
in-
sent tippies. Explore the baffling contradictions of misguided pursuits. Immerse yourself in the antics of an elderly
The movie.
misogynist turned fake detective whose tangled web of absurdity weaves together a tapestry of laughs, unexpected connections, and offbeat serenades with children.
With children.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Offbeat serenades with children. PG.
So if the answers to these questions is no, you didn't know, you're not alone.
Skip. Let's have a bit of this.
Sue that idiot. Well, I'll call the police. Well, I don't know what I do then. You do, YouTube do nothing. Do nothing.
Look at him. I love it.
There's no. If you've got a child,
It's
and
what
you
like
let it do
watching
what it
Regardation
wants,
Police, isn't it?
and you tell it, a child, and you let it do what it wants, and you never tell it off, it does what it wants because it's got no consequence. It's all fine. Do what it wants, and you never tell it off, it does what it wants because it's got no consequence.
Do your daughters get told off a lot, Alan?
Approach be taken to consider what those words meant. It's not as easy just saying you don't like what I said. If what you do to me can be identified on activity, you can find yourself in trouble.
He's reading off
Even
the
if
internet
you
now.
say, I didn't intend any harm.
This makes me laugh, right? If you go to a solicitor and you think because you read something off the internet that you're well versed and it's time to like, oh, I know about the law, they just laugh at you. Like, I've thought of I've been in a number of situations in my life where me or other people have used solicitors and they take it to this other level where you just don't even fucking, like, what's the point in me coming in and, oh, I think this and I think that. No, they know all about the law, that's what they're paid for, and they just fucking go at this other level. Oh, I thought I'd say this, and I'd say, don't worry about that. We'll say this, this and this, and that'll get it sorted. Like, or in Alan's case, a solicitor would look at what, like, you're gonna lose this, right? I'd strongly advise you to do everything you can to make sure this doesn't go to court and be contrite and retract, and that's what they'd say to Alan. They wouldn't want to be, or they might say, let's go to court and I'll take all your money, Mr. Vinnicombe. It's so stupid.
By a social media reader.
Like, who cares what this idiot thinks?
The man in the street, ordinary reader.
In this armchair thing, which is not an armchair, it's a reclining, I can't even spell now, reclining chair. Like, you can get them on the shops. Look, see this one? This is from Lee Longlands, look. Wait, Firefox it up. This one's from Lee Longlands. It's this sort of chair. It's a bit like an armchair, but like, it reclines and goes back a bit. He's sitting in his chair, right? He's sitting in his chair, in his house, on the internet, reading the first thing off Google about defamation or suing or something, and he thinks he knows it, and he knows fucking nothing. Shit, nothing.
Silencing free speech is going on right now.
Silencing free speech? Jesus, what about all the times you want to
I'll
silence
show you
us?
a case in Ireland that's going on as we speak.
It's ridiculous, Alan, right? What it is that
and a lot of
you're free to speak, and then you have to pay the consequences for the things you say. So don't start on this free speech bollocks. Please don't. No, here we go.
So you've got a case in Ireland at the moment.
No way. No way. I'm going to pause this for a minute. What's happened is, in Ireland, this lady's son tragically committed suicide. He was 18. And the Irish Light propaganda pamphlet has been posting in their paper that this boy died of the COVID vaccine. They reported several other people died of the COVID vaccine, and the people they reported that died in head injuries. One of them was a drowning. Like, this is horrific, and this woman has been put through hell because this publication wants to push their anti-vaccine agenda, and it's lies. And she knows how her son died. He killed himself, and it's very sad. What has this got to do with you and your fucking chair, Alan?
Irish Light. Now, Irish Light is a conspiracy newspaper that says things about the vaccine, COVID, right?
Careful, Alan.
Well, this paper said her son was killed by a vaccine. In fact, he unalived himself, was the truth of it. He
Why are you
wasn't
afraid
killed
to say
by a
committed
vaccine.
suicide?
Now that's a proper
It's almost
court
like you
case.
think there's a conspiracy that you can't say things.
I couldn't be happier.
ACW sent tippies. That's Max
It is
Headroom.
Max Headroom, isn't it?
Love it. Super Chuffer owes 6 hugs.
Big ups, thanks.
The grieving mother and her lawyer have been targeted by an extreme campaign of abuse after suing a conspiracy theory newspaper which falsely claimed her son died from
Well, don't you see the parallels, Alan? You've been churning out conspiracy theories
The
about this
Irish
Lucid case.
Light reportedly abused
So you are the Irish
Edward
Light in this
Campbell
situation.
online, and his supporters have
Now he's he's just going to read the
with
BBC.
execution. You see what happened?
Do you notice, right? What happened is I read this on the news earlier, and now I was able to tell you what happened in very succinct terms because I've got a brain. Whereas Alan needs to read it off the news the first time he's seen it and ever read it. Like it's awful,
Threatening her
Alan.
with execution or anything else, right? That's what I get.
That's what you get.
So
You're the mother.
So behind the case,
in this,
there's this
you
row
think you're the mother.
of trolls that are causing
We're
the trouble.
I'm the Irish Post, and you're the
Whichever way
grieving
the
mother.
case goes, I
You don't
care.
think that the
What
Rusiks
I
are the
care
grieving
about
family, and
is
you're the
lawyer
Irish Post.
and the woman involved getting abuse and death threats. And that's what social media is. That's social media with no consequence. And that's what I'm trying to stop.
What?
I mean,
You're stopping it.
misinformation about the vaccine is one thing. You have your own opinion on the vaccine. Well, this case is the first where a relative has sued a newspaper for this. The Irish Light concluded that Mrs. Campbell's son, Diego Glisman, aged 41,
Reading the
and 40
fucking
other
news.
one died of an untested vaccine.
Reading the news, you idiot. He's afraid to say unalived,
So the trolls
suicide,
are
but
worse
he's
than
going
the
to say
case.
the actual conspiracy that they published.
What will happen in
And
the
not worry
future
about
is
that.
a lot of people will be reluctant to go to a solicitor when they see the backlash that Ethel Campbell's getting.
What?
So I am that. I am being trolled. And I am reluctant to do anything now. If you look at my
You didn't
channel
sue
now, I
anyone.
don't hardly do anything. I'll get like 200 people watching. So
Please,
I can't
this is
do anything.
insanity. This is insanity. In this circumstance, woman sues newspaper for telling lies about her dead child. You've got Alan's parallel is he's being sued by the family of someone whose children were murdered, and he thinks he's the one, the victim in this situation. He identifies with the woman who's doing it. It's insane. It's insane. The delusion, the denial. It's insane.
So if I talk about the Watts case and the Bully case, I get 1,000 people watching.
No.
If I do that, I get
You
trolled
did,
for cashing in
but
on
not
people's
anymore.
death, right? If I don't do those two cases,
And it was because at the
I
time,
get trolled saying I'm finished. I can only get 200 people. to
Alan,
watch
you
me.
are finished. Right, at the time, if my fucking mom went on the internet and talked about Nicola Bully or whatever, like some people would watch, it was a rising water rises all boats situation. The rising tide lifts all boats. Alan was in the right place at the right time to talk about this stuff. People started watching his stuff. He didn't have anything special to offer in terms of content. He just rising tide floated all boats. And then if you have got some good content and you can maintain. If not, you drift away, won't you, Alan? And he's drifted on. It's only the popularity of the Nicola Buddy case that brought him back onto the YouTube algorithm, not because he's good, but because the Nicola Buddy case itself was popular. So if now he popped out a Nicola Buddy episode, he's not going to draw in thousands of people. He's going to be able to regurgitate what Mind You said last week or what fucking apologetically Mia's been looking at. But he's, he's off the trend, The trend is now, that trend is YouTube, like, dead in the water as well, in a way. Like, he's completely naive to it. It's delusion.
Frequent social media posts of several weeks. The Irish Light and his editor, Gemma O'Donnell.
He's still reading the fucking, I hate it so much. He's still reading the BBC
Mentally
article.
unstable.
I summed it up for you in like 2 minutes. He's still reading it.
Let's see what they do to me.
Let's see what they do to me. Boring Alan.
People who support this
Sad
paper
Alan.
have called for the solicitor that's defending this lady to be shot.
They're nutters,
They call
Alan.
it
They're
his
conspiracy
office and
nutters.
threaten members of his
The
staff.
ilk of which you yourself encourage on your channel when
what
you
I
talk
get.
all your fucking conspiracy rubbish.
And I'm not doing
I've had
it
a few
for
of them
me.
on
I'm
Twitter
doing it
this
for
week.
everyone. Please, everyone.
You're doing it
You're
for
turning
everyone.
social media into the devil. The social media's become the devil.
Social media has
Why
become
do
the
you do it?
devil. You're Jesus.
If you don't like somebody, don't watch them.
Oh, fuck off,
It's
Alan.
that easy.
Fuck off. You should just put your head in the
Well,
toilet
anyway,
and
Mrs.
flush, Alan.
Campbell
This is just
has
so
brought a civil
bad.
case against the paper for
Talking
harassment
such
and defamation.
diarrhea rot.
Because
Panic.
they said
Desperate.
the son died
Pity.
suddenly. He didn't. He unalived himself. They blamed it on the vaccine. Because he was young. They blame the vaccine.
It wasn't
They
just him they
used it.
blamed. It wasn't.
Terribly.
He's making up things now
Mysterious
because he was young. They blame the vaccine. They also had a list of other people, and they weren't all young. That wasn't the feature. Alan's adding information here that he's just made up and he's incorrect about the tragic
Death
death
from
of a
COVID
young man.
vaccine is extremely rare. Well, whatever. I'm not getting down that rabbit hole.
You've already been
Not
down.
many
You just
young
opened
people.
it up. You're refusing to have an opinion now.
But
you
the point
pussy.
is, they've decided to take the paper to court because they refused to apologise at all.
That's the point.
So I think that's very, very, very interesting.
What?
Don't you think?
No. What it was, oh, big ups. Nosy Nana said hello to me.
So,
hello, Nosy Nana.
I can tell you now
What, in their chat or mine?
that
in
she
their
started
chat?
a GoFundMe with a solicitor. And I'm approving this one. I know you might say, well, that's what's being
Big
done
ups,
to
Nosy
you.
Nana, you
But I
fucking
approve of
nutter.
this one. She started a GoFundMe against this woman here, Gemma O'Doherty. She rejected all the allegations. You see,
Now
the difference
what?
between me, right? She's objecting the allegation that she said
Body
this
Sculpture sent tippies. I thought he was not going
Yeah,
to mention the
what happened
trolls
to
again
that?
on his channel. He is what you call one super grifter. I thought I seen him on
God.
Western Supermare Beach this weekend with a
Did
metal
you?
detector. He's searching the beach for spare change for his court case. Super Chuffer owes 5 hugs.
No, that's not Alan's style. That couldn't have been Alan. That's not his style. That's involved some actual work. No. What Alan would have been doing is following the other metal detectorists around, and then at the end of the evening, as they finished, he'd go over to them and say, "Oh, did you find anything good, did you? Oh, yeah. And then while he's talking and they're saying what they found, he'd say, "Oh, check out what I found. Honestly, I found this. I can't quite dig it out. It's just over here." And they go, "Oh, what is it over here?" And as they start looking in the sand, he grabs their bag and fucks off.
problem. Now, here's the important thing I want you to know. She started a GoFundMe, and she's already going through with the court case. She's only got £7,000. And the target to do the other thing is £20,000. So, if it's £20,000, why has Joe Bloggs in West Virginia need sort of £90,000? 75 plus the 20 he owes is 95, right?
You'd have to ask the
Why
lawyers,
does
wouldn't
Joe
you, Alan?
Bloggs need like 90,000 and this lady here only needs 20,000? Where's all that money for?
I don't know if he does
If
need
this lady can
90,000.
do it and sue a national newspaper for 20,000, why does Joe Bloggs
Oh
down
wait,
the road
hang on. Does Alan not understand
in,
that different lawyers of different
Western-
status cost different
wherever.
amounts?
need 90,000?
Like if you want to go if you go to a lawyer and you're happy with their services, they'll
55
charge you a
and
certain
20 years.
price. But you could say,
And
oh
another
wait,
20.
there's another
If it
lawyer
goes
down
to
the
court.
road. They cost twice as much. Maybe they'll be twice as good. I don't know if that's true, but you know, I'm sure lawyers can just set their own prices, can't they?
So that's
In this context.
what I'm trying to get across to you, that the finances of all this are skewed.
Skewed
The
towards
finances
what?
of getting rid of AD are skewed.
Towards
all
them
they had
having
to
good
do
lawyers.
was send me a cease and desist. And if I
They
still
had-
continue to talk about what they don't like, they could have put an injunction on me.
No. I believe they would have
Why
probably
did
already
they do
sent the
that?
cease and desist because it's part of the process, and you
I
probably
think you know the
carried
answer.
on.
I think you know the answer why they didn't send me a cease and desist. I did them.
I think they probably did.
I did them.
You sent them a cease and desist.
Now the BBC now, they're clamping down on this misinformation, and they have their
This
own
one's
head
funny.
of information.
This one's funny. I think all YouTubers should club together and make a thing that the trolled and bullied people, make a video, let YouTube see it to help stop this. Like, she thinks all the YouTubers are going to gather together with Alan to stop trolling on the internet. Like, she's off her fucking nut. Like, she's just, like, that's so far removed. Like, it's so delusional, isn't it? To think any other, like, the only people that care about Alan on the internet are people like me that are ripping the piss out of him. And if they were going to club together to get YouTube to do something, it would be to bin this idiot off. But YouTube won't do that. Like, and YouTube won't, like what we're doing is already policed by the YouTube system. If I was doing something awful and egregious and bad trolling, it would have been gone already. But it's not that. I'm making content about this idiot because the stuff he does on the internet, he's a lolcow. They just don't understand it. They just don't understand it, that's all. They don't understand the world. But Alan is a lolcow and we're laughing at him.
This information. And she was on American TV last week. And I like this lady. Listen to this. This is really, really, really interesting.
Oh my God, not the news. Not the news. No, Alan, not the news. Okay, I presume you're watching me now, Alan, at this point. I presume you're now watching me. Oh, it's fucking terrible, Alan. If you're watching, can you please move the microphone from behind you? You're not talking into the microphone. You've got the microphone behind you and over there. Look, I've just moved my microphone where your microphone is. So now you can't hear me as well because my microphone is not in front of my face. If I move it back to when it's in front of my face, you'll be able to hear me a lot better. Alan, can you fix your fucking microphone position, you fucking idiot? You really are a sad, terrible, lonely, I don't want to say pathetic because it's too obvious. You're like, what Alan, what you are is, after you've had, like, if you've been out and had a real, like, nice big night out and you've been having a laugh and you get all sweatis, you know, sweatis, and then you have a shower before you go to bed and there's like a bit of scum around and you think, oh, all that dirt that I picked up through that dirty clubbing, like, scum around the ring of the bath. That's you, Alan. You're the scum around them. And all I do is rinse it off into the, and then I never think about it again. But with you, you're like, every time I go in the bath, there's like this fresh ring. I'm like talking to people now, this fucking ring of scum. It's always, the ring of scum's always there. That's what your bumhole's like, Alan, a ring of scum, isn't it? That's what your bumhole's like. Alan, can you move the microphone back in front of your face so that we can hear you talking? Because it makes detracting your content a little bit more difficult because we can't hear you talking, Alan. Alan, I'm going to take that microphone and I'm going to shove it so far down your throat. Oh, he's threatening me now. I'm doing a Malcolm Tuckis. I'll shove it so far down your throat that you can hear your balls clacking together in fright. Alan, please put the microphone in front of your face, you fucking idiot. Alan.
To in the build up to the election. And
we can't watch just the internet, Alan, we can't watch just the internet. Alan, please. CBS News. Come on. It's total garbage, Alan, your content. This is not your content, this is someone else's. And you're just sat there watching it like anyone else could. So why don't you stop it and talk about it and interact?
It's raining again.
You're not even a streamer, Alan. You're just a guy sat in front of the internet.
Tippies. I got Gucci, I got Lacoste, I got a BMW car, I got a big
I've got a big armchair. I've got all the bling
and as much chicken as I can eat. Super Chuffer 03 hugs.
Foss. Alan, you're a pathetic excuse for a media producer. Like, this is not media production. This is grift. This is you filling time with somebody else's broadcast so that you can get people to watch for a few. Like, now you're at thousands of views. Like a few thousand maximum is going to happen here. And what's that going to do for you? Oh, you might get £10 on the monetarisation. Oh, Nancy might turn up and give me 200 so I can have a big go on the poker. Oh, and then I'll put that poker in the app on my phone and then it's gone. And then what? Then what? No one respects you, Alan. No one respects you. On that poker circuit, they all think you're a twat. That's the truth of it. Oh, all in Vin. Here's some free money coming my way. All in Vin. Let's laugh at him and smile a bit because I want him sat at my table because I'll take his money and fuck him off. All in Vin. What a twat. So amongst that, everyone thinks you're a twat. The restaurant circle, you had the fucking restaurant inspector in from Channel 4 and he told you to your face that you were a crook and a twat. Right? You've been on the internet now. People can see you and they think you're a twat. The people in your chat don't think you're a twat. Right? They're the people that don't think you're a twat. But what do you think of them, Alan? You think they're pretty small-minded, pretty feeble-minded, don't you, Alan? Because they're the people you can manipulate and grift. They're your little flying monkeys. Yeah, I've got them under my thumb. So they're not very, like, do you think their opinions matter to you, Alan, really? Does I have a problem not thinking you're a twat or thinking you're a twat? Does it really matter to you, Alan? Whereas with me and the people that are in our chat, you can see that we've got thoughtful, intelligent, smart, funny, creative, the chat's moving, like they're having fun. Like, this is everything you want it to be on your stream, and it's not, is it, Alan, over on your stream? It's pretty fucking bad. Are you talking again?
And if they haven't got the ability to work out who's lying, who's telling the truth,
then they're
could
good
go
for
down the
you.
wrong rabbit hole, couldn't they? And suddenly start hating somebody with a passion. That's what she's trying to say.
Build up to the midterms.
The beautiful thing about what we do here, Alan, is we find out who's lying and telling the truth by dissecting what you say and do and proving the lies and the truth. Oh, the smule was photoshopped. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I don't sing duets. I never said you did, really. I got the right terminology wrong. They're called collaborations, and you had a room open and the kids came in and there could have been more than one at a time. Oh, I didn't ever sing with kids. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, they sang with you. And they could have done it at any time. No, they couldn't. They don't have VIP access, you know. We prove all the truths by looking at the evidence. It's a bit like being an armchair detective in a way, isn't it, Alan? So the people in the chat don't have to guess who's telling the truth. We can prove it with facts, Alan. We can prove it with facts. And it's been going on for you on the internet for fucking ages now. And this is your pathetic response. This is like a chicken skin that's been thrown in the river and is sinking while the ducks... They're looking at it and they're thinking, I don't want that horrible skanky chicken skin. I know chicken skin, I'm vegan,
It's
but
raining again. I couldn't be
you're the
happier.
equivalent of an empty bag of crisps.
Grandmaster Sid
flying in
Sophos
the
sent
wind.
tippies. Lyrical Alan. Proceed with caution. I got a $250,000 in the bank. I got a Saint Laurent jacket that cost me 7,500 grand pounds. My subscribers send me millions because YouTube owe me billions. I am so rich. Oh yeah.
Big up, Sid.
Super Chucker
Thank you.
owes 3 hugs.
Thank you for the tippy, Sid. Thank you.
Really defamatory.
What's he saying?
But if you target someone's body shape or their age or their looks,
protected characteristics,
whatever you
or
want
the
to do
fact
to
that I've
shame
had
them,
mental
that
disturbance, or he's mentally unwell, or he's this and he's that. Maybe that counts as well, Alan. does
freedom
it?
of expression, which is what we're going to lose.
He's mentally disturbed.
Because of these trolls, we, normal people,
Don't you
are going
dare.
to use the right to freedom of expression.
Do you know what's awful as well? Those protected characteristics he's listing there. He's slandered and maligned so many people in that way. He's used total gridlock man is racist. He's done so many. And those protected characteristics, those groups, they're minority groups. And Alan is a white male who has lived his life, right, through the patriarchal years. Okay, it broke down, but he's had the advantages. He's a pushy white male narcissist. Don't ever let him pity me because I'm in the minority camp, because I'm now an old man, therefore you can't be ageist. Alan, you're a white male in today's society who's had every advantage. Don't fucking pull pity that you're, being prejudiced against. How dare you?
Not to hate on people. Because you can do it. We trust you to wear seatbelts when you're driving now.
No, that's a law. You have to wear the seatbelts by law.
In the back of the car on children. We trust you not to smoke in their faces.
What? That's also a law.
And by and large, you don't.
What? Do you not understand?
We trust you not to use racial slurs. And by and large, you don't.
That's also a law.
So why can't you...
Right? They're laws because people can't be trusted to behave in the right way. So they have to make laws to make sure that if they do, they're penalised.
I'm going to get, my people here... Oh, Prime Time, hello, mate. Another month gone by. 25 months Prime Time's been a member. Loyalty, Prime Time. Thank you.
It's denial,
That's
it's
brilliant.
idiocy, and it's a problem in their life that they need to
where we're going
work
wrong
out
is
and work
that
through. Why are you giving this man money
you-
every month? That's a
You
mistake.
have an idea in your head that
Loyal to
PD
this guy
shouldn't be watched
who doesn't
by
give a
anybody.
fuck about you.
So you tell everyone not to watch him.
I'm not
They're
telling them not to
gonna
watch
listen
you. I'm
that,
telling them
are
to
they?
watch me
They're not
watching
gonna
you,
listen
and
to you
we
say,
create something out
don't
of
watch
it.
AD, he's this, that, and the other. Waste of time. Say, I don't like AD's content, it's boring. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get people not to watch me because you don't like me. Because your opinion...
You're going to get them not to watch you by doing this a lot. You're going to get them not to watch you by admitting that you search on the internet for child porn. You're going to get them not to watch you by doing ASMR streams where you fucking get child's toys and squash and squeeze and fucking this and that. You're going to get the rest of YouTube in general to completely switch off from you algorithmically. You already are doing it.
Grandmaster Sid Sophos sent tippies.
Gridlock
man, Jamaica ganja man, Jamaica weekend
ganja
Jamaica.
man.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Super Chuffer owes a wig for that. Total gridlock, angry Alan man. Obviously, I'm not doing impressions of black people. I'm doing impressions of Alan doing impressions of black people.
One activity. The right to freedom of expression is subject to a range of restrictions in UK law.
Oh,
mainly the Malicious Communication Act of 1988.
Well, sorry, what?
The right to freedom of expression is subject to a range of
Say it without
restrictions
slurring it this time.
in UK law. Mainly the Malicious Communication Act of 1988 and 2003.
That's not the main thing. This again, right, this is fucking foolishness. This is like, you know, I didn't learn about how law works. So I just went on Google and I searched the first thing and then it's come up and I'm reading you the first thing off Google. There's a whole list of directives to the prosecutors from the European Court of Human Rights that informs all the different online, because they had to review it because malicious communications doesn't quite cover it. So there's all these other things that they take into account. There's like a big list of them. I read through them all. He's an idiot.
Now the government's introducing
and I'm not claiming I know it all because of that. Well, I just seen the basic overview of a load of other stuff than Alan has.
In light of the serious harm and content online.
Oh, please stop reading this
cause
bollocks.
users more worldwide, reaching a comprehensive regulation of online services that should be introduced.
Who cares in your audience
Social media
about
companies
this?
self-regulate through their own standards, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah, that's why you can't get us off
They
YouTube.
say nice words.
We can't get you
on
off.
screen. We're going
Close
to cut
though,
out trolls. Any YouTube channel that makes more than 3 videos hating on another channel will be eliminated.
Right.
They don't do that.
This is ridiculous. They don't do it, no. And he's talking about the online safety and security bill as well, right? Which, if you know about this, the online safety and security bill, people were saying during Nicola Bulley case that what they were trying to do is push through this bill, which would shut down conversation on the internet. So the Nicola Bulley case was important because we should all be talking, the police and the you know, we're all talking about the Nicola Bulley stuff, and the police and the mainstream media said, oh, you shouldn't talk about it on TikTok and you're ghouls and all this, yeah? And the online safety and securities bill, people suggested, right, the reason they've done the Nicola Bulley, they thought it was a psyop, and they said the reason it was a psyop is to create this conversation about what should and shouldn't be said by people on social media, so that you could have a good reason. Oh, this social media is bad. They said all this bad stuff about Nicola Bulley. Shut them down. And then our freedoms of speech would be diminished through the online safety and securities bill, not allowing us to say, for example, more than 3 videos on a subject. And that's a bad thing in terms of freedom of speech. But here's Alan, and now he wants to use it to his right. It serves me, so now it's a good thing. So actually, Alan is fighting the idea that you should shut down freedom of speech in general for everyone because he's being trolled, and he's going to dress it up as I'm fighting for free speech, which is the freedom for him to speak without any dissent.
Podcast. You can listen
It's
to on
literally
BBC.
like a dictator. Actually,
Please
it's
listen to
literally a dictator telling you that you can't talk badly about the great dictator because we'll put you in prison and shut you down. And that protects the free speech of the great dictator, who should be free to fucking tell you
Hit
what to
and
fucking
Lisa sent
think.
tippies.
Thank you, Kurt.
Anal
Lisa.
is such a twant and culturally misappropriating an English gentleman. There ought to be a law against ducking drunks. It's never duck midnight already XX. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you. I hope that playing the BBC is going to come as a negative for him, because the BBC would surely copyright this if you don't stop it and talk about it. I assume you're watching me again, Alan. So what you're saying, let me just conclude for you to explain it to you, because I see your bollocks, Alan. I see your fucking bullshit. I assume you're hearing me now, right? What you've said is that we should shut down everyone's freedom to speak because they're saying things you don't like. So we should shut down freedom of speech, right? The Online Safeties and Securities Bill is about shutting down freedoms of speech. And you're promoting it because you think it's going to help you against your trolls. So what you're saying is you're the big dictator and no one can dissent against the big dictator. And if they do, we'll throw them in prison. And that will mean the big dictator has got freedom to speak. Good old big dictator. He's big dick, big Nick Pettis Dickus, you're a fucking knobhead. All the people that watched your Nicola Bullis stuff, you know, remember the PSYOPs people that think it's a PSYOP and they were talking and Nicola Bully and you know, you heard it, you know about them, you pandered to them in your episodes. They think the Online Safeties and Securities Bill should go in the toilet because, like me, I think it's the Tory government coming after our human rights. And you're promoting it on your channel without a full understanding of the ground that it's laid on. You're now promoting the BBC News, which you yourself said, along with Sky News, were perverting the course of justice in the Nicola Bully case by manipulating the information and telling us a false story. And now you're using them to prop up your own sad defense against what you perceive as trolling.
You don't
but
know
in
it
actual
all,
fact,
but you do know a lot. Super Chuffer owes 5 hugs.
Thanks. I only know a little bit about stuff. More than Alan. What you're doing, Alan, is you're using this to prop up your own pathetic ego.
Sharon Wilkinson
It
sent
shows.
tippies. Hi, Scott, him late
Thank
tonight.
you, Sharon.
Super Chuffer owes 3
Thank
hugs.
you for the tippies. That's a dolphin smoking a reefer. They'll probably fucking write that off now. That bad dolphin was smoking a reefer. He must be on drugs.
And it's full of vitriol.
That bad flipper.
Right lies, right? These troll channels have no control over chat. They let them say anything. And they pile on. They pile on.
YouTube has sophisticated controls over chat.
Hey, we never allow that on here. My spanners won't allow you to hate on anyone. Anyone. That's
They
the
won't allow you
difference
to talk
between
about anything.
a good channel and a really bad one.
Alan, the difference between
they
a good
don't
channel and a
police their
bad
comments
channel
even.
is the views, the interaction, the number of people talking in chat, the fact that they're talking, having a good time, the follow through to the Discord, the growth. The difference between a good channel and a bad channel in real terms is views, isn't it? Like, not to be like, oh yeah, but you could be a really good guitarist and not got any views and you could be really good. Yeah, that's true. But we're on YouTube and I have to admit that Jake Paul and Mr. Beast are probably some of the best channels out there because they're the most successful. And like, I'm not going to say that, oh, I have to fucking be the biggest numbers and I have to get the most money. It's like, that's not what I'm on. And I think there are some people out there that are fucking brilliant that don't get all the respect they deserve. You're not one of them. But in this game, what we're talking about now, Alan, is you are showing yourself up to be a fucking idiot on the internet again. Nobody on your stream really wants to hear this. They're all just there because you've manipulated
Grandmaster
them
Sid
into
Sophos sent
supporting you.
tippies. Sanitize. Sanitize. Sanitizer spray, spray, spray. Hibernate with a mate, don't touch this.
That was
oh,
Alan,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Super Chuffer owes
That was
3
Alan's
hugs.
song during COVID, yeah. You enjoyed COVID, didn't you, Alan? 'Cause you made a lot of money out of it, you sick bastard. You sick bastard. Encouraging the young people. Oh, you should think about me. You should think about me, Alan. I'm Alan. I'm special Alan. I'm special Alan. I searched the internet for child porn and I checked there wasn't any. So if the police look on my computer, that's why there's those searches. And that means I'm a good guy. I'm special Alan. I've searched the internet for child porn. And if the police look, then I've already covered my ass. I'm special Alan with my black bed and my black walls and my black room and my little setup being pushed around by the seaside mafia because you lost loads of money to them in poker. Maybe. I'm Alan. I'm angry Alan, and I'm getting increasingly more angry in my dotage. I'm angry Alan. I don't understand the internet. I'm angry Alan. I'm losing this conversation and debate. I'm angry Alan. What's this now?
And nor do my supporters want that sort of talk. I haven't encouraged hate.
So what's happened here
Over
is
the
someone's
past
made a
5
comment.
years, there's been a 107% increase in people, mainly women, reporting
So I've
online
made a
hate.
comment. But you just encouraged hate by silencing me because you want an echo chamber, Armchair Detective. That's the truth? In his
You
face.
just encouraged hate by silencing me because you want an echo chamber. Well, how have I silenced you? You're here. You're not silenced. But you're the sort of person I don't want in here. And nor do my supporters want that sort of talk. I haven't encouraged hate. Even if I banned you, I'm not encouraging hate. You're just not the sort of person I want in my chat. And I decide, and my Spanish decide, if you're disruptive, rude, or nasty, you're not coming in.
That's the same with us, yeah?
What
But
if
you haven't
came
told the
in
truth
here
there,
and
Alan.
said things that are really horrible? Would you think that we should allow that, right?
People who literally just disagree with things you say get banned,
You
don't
don't
they?
belong here, my friend. Go somewhere else, honestly. You're not welcome. At all.
Aw.
I want to hear this about the women getting online hate. Sorry, I got lost there.
You want to hear this about the women
Over the past 5
getting
years,
hate?
there's been a
You like that, don't you, Alan? A bit of hate for the women. Yeah. Let's watch the women getting some hate on the internet. Yeah. Why don't you do some of it yourself again? Like when you have a pop at Val, or when you have a pop at Helen, or when you have a pop at Tosha Cartoon Lady. Isn't that you hating women on the internet, Alan? Isn't that a feature of your life? Don't you hate the women in your life, Alan? Do you hate your ex-wives, Alan, because they wouldn't stick around to listen to Alan's bullshit anymore? They saw him as a pathetic worm and they decided to leave him. Is that what happened with you and your ex-wife, Alan? Did they think, can't stand any more of this rubbish with this fucking loser? I'm going to leave him and improve my life. Is that what happened to you, Alan? Did they improve their lives by leaving you? Are you supposed to be paid? Did you get all that child support money by crooking people on the restaurants or skanking it off the tax? How did you support did you do a good job as a father, Alan? Were you there for your kids? Were you like doing a good job? Or were you all wrapped up in your own self-importance and being a special big chuffer, Alan? I want to send some hate out on the internet to some women. Fucking hell. The degeneracy of the man.
A family, everything.
My
She gets
daughter.
it all. 80% of all BBC hate is directed to this lady, and you've never heard of her, right? Because she's fighting for you. She's fighting for you on social media. That's what she's doing.
And I investigate it and I get it and I know kind of who to get in touch with about different things. A lot of these people are totally on their own. And so I really want to be able to...
Alan's daughter. She looks a little bit like Alan. So that's going to cause me trouble when I try to fucking shag her. Where's my guitar? Oh, God, got Grumpy Granny pulled back at the wrong time for me. I wanted her to dump the rest and then pull back. But the pictures I saw, God, she don't half look like a father.
To say,
So
no.
New York might be off. Unless we get a paper bag or something.
Just refuse to join in. Really? That's what you got to do, isn't it? What future? You come home at night, you've been at work all day, you're going to sit down and watch YouTube,
You don't
and
know
all
to
you're
work
going to
all
hear
day.
is someone saying AD needs to be locked up or whatever.
Right, what it is, Alan, is after people have been at a hard day's work and they watch you grifting on the internet and taking money, like the people in his chat that have been working hard and they're giving, I'm really grateful to people that also work hard and give me money, so thank you. I see what we do as a little bit like work. Alan doesn't put any research in or doesn't do anything behind the scenes. Okay, so forget him doing any work. He just turns up and reads what they fucking told him. The spanners have put this in front of me, I'll use this. But people work and then they see you grifting and they see you cheating and conning and they think we do hard work honestly and like honest days work, honest days pay, and you cheat people. And so when they watch me ripping into you, they think, yeah, have that, you fucking bastard. Have that, you lying cunt. Have that, you chuffer. Have that, you cuckmaster.
Cool.
Like,
I can't afford it, and it's not practical.
you're getting your ass
It
handed
needs
to you on YouTube on a
self-policing.
daily
It needs
basis
people
now.
like you guys.
And the more you do,
Stop it.
it's like Alan's
Just
caught in
stop
this.
it.
Alan's caught in these brambles. Oh, it reminds me of a story. It reminds me of a story about the briar patch, but it doesn't make any sense in this context. But someone was thrown in a briar patch and it was bad. They didn't want to be thrown in the briar patch, and then it wasn't bad because they didn't mind. They were like, you can't catch me. You threw me in the briar patch or some shit. But the briar patch, like if you're in the briar patch, the more you struggle and the more you work against it, the more you get cut up and caught in the briar patch. Like Alan's caught right in the briar patch and he doesn't understand it.
Any YouTuber can get sued now.
Big ups, we got 500 in
Any
the chat.
YouTubers out there,
On
you're
the stream.
being sued.
It's nice to hit a number.
The latest one, Zav.
What are you all
girl,
doing up
you
at
know,
night watching
that's what
these
she did.
nutters?
She's in danger. Critical K got sued.
After this, we've got a relaxing. After this, I'm going to drop.
Ryan Upchurch is being sued.
Shut up, Alan. Right. After this, we've got a relaxing. We built Alan's black room and his black bed and his black walls. We built it in a computer game. So after this, we're going to drop a premiere of Alan's Black Walls, Black Bed, and it's going to be relaxing and calming, and it's going to take you all down to bedtime. So look out for that after this as a premiere. I'll be in the chat as well. You all right, Alan? You're watching us again now, are you? Sorry, I didn't realise I was being watched by Alan again.
There's another one that.
You like that? It's funny.
Come back with another. Alan, that wasn't fair of you. I only disagreed with the BBC, and you banned.
Alan's reading the troll comments.
Do you think I sit here going, I think I better ban that person? Oh yeah, I know what I do. I'll ban Lou Factory. Yeah.
Lol Factory.
I don't sue anyone. I don't ban anyone. You're talking to the wrong person, Lou.
It was your spanners that did it. Because you couldn't work it out.
YouTube probably stopped your comment, not me.
YouTube stopped your comment.
Don't know why though.
Yeah, it probably didn't get banned. It was probably YouTube stopped your comment.
So back to the high courts. Do you want to go through the high courts?
Alan's daughter.
Is it worth it? What will you get?
What will you get?
It's okay suing the newspaper. You get thousands. What's the point of suing Critical K for £1 million? She hasn't got any money.
She hasn't got any money.
What's the point?
What's the point?
What's the point over this? I'm going to sue you. What's the point?
What's the point?
You can only sue people that got money, right?
You can still win the court case, and then you can be given an order to pay, and then the money that comes through your hands has to go out to the people.
That haven't got any money.
Don't go suing people. They haven't got any monies.
I'm like,
and harness if you get restless, or put your hand on my bum, miss. Don't go suing people. They haven't got any monies. And honey, if you get restless, you put your hand on my bum, miss. Whoa. I gave you my ass, and when I was down, you are a clown. Oh, I don't give a toss. Dun, dun, dun. What's the chorus? Angry Alan. I'm just going to put Angry Alan and just post it. Look at his picture, though. Look, who's that? Who's that? Who's that now? Who's that now? Should we give her a kiss? Do you think she should have a kiss? Do you think she should have a kiss, look? Oh no, it's weird. Or is it? It's okay. Some people live like that, it's fine. I'm not being anti-trans, but that's Angry Alan, but posting that. Thank you very much. If you want shouts out, Andrew Stars the Wolf, then tell me. If you don't, then tell me and it's too late. I've already shouted you out. Ha! But I quite like that one, Angry Alan. Did you like it, Angry Alan? Does it make you even more mad? Are you still going? You're not still... You're still going? I gave you my arm.
Marilyn Monroe.
Ooh.
Those are all...
Nobody knows
this
Nobody
is a lie.
knows it.
You,
when
Gemma,
I was down,
lied about that boy.
You are
he
a clown.
He unalived himself. So why didn't you admit that?
You are a clown. Bum, 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 bum.
Just like I've told the people that put a picture up of
every single stream of Alan's involves a dead miner. And I don't mean the fucking, cave fell in on them and they got caught in there with all the coal. I mean, like, every single stream of Alan's involves a young person that's met a tragic end. It's like a theme running through his content. Oh, nobody knows it. Fiona said, I kissed Dan Wootton's photo. When I was down... Which one's Dan Wootton? Isn't he the bad one? I was your clown. Oh, I was a clown. Fucking, I'll tell you who else as well. Mark Williams-Thomas, who was all on the crime, right? He's gone off the fucking deep end with anti-trans agenda from the right wing because he took the money from the media. Fucking nutters. You should see their tweets. You can't on my channel because they're fucking out there. They're like pictures of like sex offenders dressed up as women saying trans people are bad. But like really, trans is fine. Like just fucking chill out. Like they just have to have another toilet put in maybe that just says like, individual toilet here so no one can get eggy. And we'll just move on. Let people live their fucking lives. Anyway, what are you doing?
Like the Wild West, isn't it? Where like cowboys did what they want, shot towns up.
I'm the sheriff.
Yeehaw! They're shooting up the streets of YouTube, and it could be such a lovely place, but it's ruined by the trolls.
No, it's been ruined by you for years. You're the bad smell round here.
Again. I couldn't be happier.
Grandmaster Sid Sophos sent tippies. Talking about money, he owes the taxman £56,000. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Big up, Sid. Alan is like someone who comes around your house with dog shit on their shoes, complains the whole night, they think they can smell something weird, and then leaves a fucking trail, and after they've gone and you fucking can't get the stench out for weeks. That's Alan. Alan's the dog shit. Alan is the dog shit on the shoe. Alan's probably the sort of person who doesn't pick up his own dog poos from the fucking dog walk. Winston hates him. Like, what are you doing with your life, Alan? Like, honestly, Alan, now, right? You're watching me, watching you on your fucking show, right? Bear this in mind, Alan. I'm talking to you and I know you're listening. You're watching me, watching you on your fucking crappy show, and it's Monday night, and what are you doing with your life? Complaining about people don't like me on the internet into your fucking crappy webcam, broadcasting at 720p, but you're actually in 480p because of the quality. You've got a filter on. You're wearing a cap to make yourself look younger. You've got your sex offender black t-shirt on so you can go in your black room with your black bed and no one can spot you with your gloves on and your mask for when you do the dirty videos. Now, you look like a weirdo. You behave like a weirdo. You're live on public on the internet doing it so everyone can see that you're doing it. You've lost control of the narrative of your own fucking life. You're a lolcow on the internet. More people watch you on the internet to laugh at you than do watch you to take you serious. You've got a small group of people who frankly seem neurodivergent, I would say, to be following you. You've manipulated them over the years and you think of them as pay pigs. You think of them as idiot people who would do your bidding. And they're the only people that will tolerate your bullshit. So what are you doing with your life, Alan? What is this? Scratching your head, wondering what's going on. Another episode of Angry Alan's Mad on a Monday. Like, what are you wasting your life doing this for, Alan? At least we can make something of it and have a laugh. But really, like I've said before, this is going to have to end up being weekly, because I can't waste my life on this level of like... It's like someone buried an insole from a shoe in the garden, and then they've asked me to go in the garden and find the insole for the shoe. And halfway through doing this fucking task of digging a hole, looking for a fucking insole for a shoe, and I've said to myself, hang on, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I digging around in the garden? People are liking it, they're enjoying it. Yeah, but I don't care about the insole in the... Fuck your shoes, fuck your insoles, it's a load of tripe, I'm off. And then what have you got? Once we stop doing that and we do it on the weekly and then the monthly, and what have you got, Alan, really? Look at what you're doing. Look at it. The best hope you've got, Alan, is come on and stream with me, talk, let's have a live interactive stream with the two of us. People would get on that, wouldn't they? They'd like that. We can have a discussion. We can do movie night where we don't even have a row. We're only allowed to talk about the movie. We can do other stuff. You won't even have a poker game with me, and that's your fucking thing. Like, you're such a coward. You're on your own little ninny show doing your silly ninny stuff with your 200 people. Oh, I've got 200 people watching me. I'm the big armchair detective. 200 people in the world after 80,000 subscribers. 200 people in the whole world give a shit to watch your show. And some of them are doing it because they hate you, and they also don't want to hear me talking. Alan, it's really the thin end of the cheese now. It's all gone. You're just a pathetic nub.
It's Mariana here. That's trolls, right?
You're a
Absolute
nub.
Troll.
Alan, you're a nub. You're a nub. Are you back to watching me again? Put the news on. Put the news on. Fucking hell, Alan. Fucking hell. It's got bad. Like, when I talk about detracting, we talk about Dark Side Phil as well. Like, Dark Side Phil this week. Right. DSP mini PC. Dark Side Phil this week got a mini PC. Right. This is just absolutely incredible. This level of... Like, it's pathetic, really. It's just totally pathetic. This is Snort Hogan. Snort Hogan. Yeah, this is DSP.
Ryzen 7 5800H. That sounds like a much higher end processor, correct? Yeah, it does, right? Sure. My laptop actually only has, according to this...
Someone's given him, one of his audience members has given him a mini PC so he can play games on his stream. Like,
So it just slides open like that. Look at that.
and he grifts and he fucking begs and he's begged for a joystick and I want this, mommy, and can I have that, mommy, and it's really a good joystick and I should have it. And he's a grown man, and at his age he can't buy his own items and run his own life, and like, you know, he's a pathetic, grimy grifter. And we laugh at this man and we take the piss out of him and we hold him to account and we create memes and we shitpost and have a good laugh, yeah? And it's a community, and it's called the detractor community, and there's loads of other... he's a lolcow. People laugh at him, right? And there's loads of other lolcows on the internet. There's Boogie, there's Wings, there's Amberlyn Reed, who is a narcissist who...
The sushi place is so freaking good. I use my fingers, don't come for me. That was my happy dance.
She's a bad chuffer, right? Trust me. Like, when you get into the stories, I want to get someone on the stream to tell us all about her. Like, we're going to look into her at one point. You know, there's all these lolcows, people that we laugh at on the internet for being a big chuffing idiot and ruining their own lives through their own narcissism. And at times, though, right? At times, it gets like annoying. Like, they make you angry, and like, I shouldn't be getting angry at Angry Alan, but I'm so I think this is a better word. Disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I thought that he was gonna. Honestly, I thought he was gonna be better than this. Even in his bad, you know, even in his squalor, I thought that he was going to provide better entertainment for me to draw out. I thought there was going to be better banter between us, maybe. You know, you battery boy. Right, I've got him now. I've given him the nickname Battery Boy. Now, I thought he was going to be better than this. But he's come back on Monday, and it's just tripe and drivel.
So, what about influencers that have experienced trolling?
Influencers?
Well, I'm going to tell you some stories about them.
Please, Alan, tell us about something you don't understand.
BBC has spoken to 3. Trolls are people who leave intentionally nasty or offensive messages on the internet to gain attention, cause trouble, and upset someone.
Well, that's not what we're doing.
That's why we always say, don't feed the trolls.
We're not trolling you, are we? We're not leaving you any nasty messages to cause trouble and upset you. What's happened is you've picked a fight with me, you plagiarised my content, and you've said mean things about me, and you stepped over a line with the family stuff by doxing my parents. So, like, but that happened as a process. It's your behaviour that gets you into these squabbles on the internet, and it turns out that you're an arsehole, and your content, like, you're a content catalyst. Sam, fantastic Mr. Sam once used that phrase, like coined the phrase. Like, you're something that we can create content about. You're an example of an egregious narcissist. I think I've explained all this over and over again, haven't I?
But she says, funny enough, I didn't get trolls before I got loads of views. So if you're not popular, you don't get trolled. You have to.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Anyone can get trolled. How dare you say that? School kids get trolled. Right? It doesn't matter about. In fact, unpopular people get trolled more, maybe. So he doesn't understand that. But of course, if you've got fucking... You'd appreciate a Durian Rider stream. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, good point. Yeah, we'll move on to him again at some point. The idea that you wouldn't get trolled just because you're... Or you only get trolled because you're popular. So it's something like some mark of success that 200 viewer Alan is getting trolled because he's so successful, like Jake Paul.
Love Island have lost...
Love Island. Like, he's living someone else's life now, like vicariously. He's putting himself in the shoes of, what was her name with the cocaine that, you know, and the trolling that killed herself. What's her name from Love Island? You know, he's her now, and he's living her. Like, she's actually been successful. And how do I not remember her fucking name? Caroline Flack. Rest in peace, Caroline Flack. Like, she's been successful, and you've not. You're not on a par with these people. This is not your story. This is a delusion you have about yourself on a Monday night in your sad little house, in your sad little life, with your sad little results from fucking up. Like, the truth of Alan's life is that he's fucked up all his relationships, and everybody around him has left him, and even the people he hangs around with in his social time don't like him and are forced to hang around with him because they pay to play poker. He's got no friends. He's got no social network. He's got no, like, his family have moved out and away from him. He's had 2 failed marriages, and the only people that he's got like around him, so to speak, are these people that he's manipulated over the years to be subordinate to him, and he doesn't even respect or care about them. It's a sad life.
Me, I'm middle-sized, so I am a public figure on YouTube who does.
You're not middle-sized. You're an insignificant piece of krill.
Now, he maintains there's 2 types of trolls. The first type is the troll that targets public figures with large social media following in the hope they will respond. Me, I'm middle-sized, so I am a public figure.
Are you insane? I didn't know who you were until you stole my content and picked a fight with me and called me, like, passive-aggressive names. Are you fucking insane?
On YouTube who does true crime. Not big, not small, in the middle.
No, you're small.
And I've had
tiny.
a particular troll appear in the last 2 months.
Right, there's people who just start channels and people who work hard over time and don't get big places on YouTube. Okay, you got like small. You got, I think of it in terms of putting a 0 on it. So you start off with 10s and 20s at your maximum on whatever you do. Doesn't matter who you are. Like, some people might start off with 100,000 views, lucky them. Most people 10s and 20s, and then you might take a jump into the hundreds. You might learn a bit, develop a bit. Something happens, you get hundreds of views. There's another 0 on the end, thousands of views. Right? That's where I'm at. That's where Alan's at. There's another 0 on that before you even, like, you know, 10,000 subs, 10,000 views a video, 10,000 dropping around, tens of thousands is another jump. That isn't even big yet. That's moderate, small end success that could lead to the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands is securely a YouTuber. Yeah? The millions is big. Alan isn't... He's had a sniff at moderate success, and he's let it slip through his fingers and fucked it up. Fumbled the bag. And now, he's got nothing. He's on he's a 200 people watching him. 200 viewer Andy. He's down there in the doldrums, and he's trying to convince himself he's some big chuffer. Be creative and make your own content, says Liz. I'm creating content out of Alan's content. Alan is providing us with garbage, and I'm recycling it into content. We're learning lessons about the internet. We're commenting and critiquing. So I'm good with that. Yeah, big up Slinky Socks. That is a massive, like, you know how that feels, don't you? From starting out and, like, you know, putting your mind to something and then getting a response like that. That's a big response. I see that as success. Certainly at this stage. Like, getting into the thousands is a big jump. And then maintaining it, moving into the next level, like, you know, that's another jump. And then the next, like I say, I think of them in these step-by-step jumps. You don't have to take it all at once. You don't have to always have continual, but, like, and we're not all going to be Mr. Beast or Jake Paul here. So, you know, our content is going to mean that there are certain limitations. But Alan doesn't understand any of this stuff. He's had a wild ride because he got lucky talking about stuff when it was trending and people were naive enough to drop in. Like, yeah, we're upcycling his garbage. That's exactly what we're doing. We're giving it a lick of paint, and you know, at the end we're going to throw it in the trash.
Personal. You don't give them enough attention, then they hate you forever. They want to lash out at people who are being successful. They literally hate anyone being successful, troll.
But Alan is not successful in any way. He's got failed ventures. All the things he's done is failure. Like, he's not successful. This is why he's a lolcow. Because he doesn't understand his own position in this, and he misrepresents himself. Let's listen more, actually. I should let him...
Support, say, Unjustified. Because we both have the opinion that NK was involved in the case. So they can't actually... They're stuck. They have to hate everything other than each other.
He just said NK was involved in the case, and that was his opinion.
And that creates this echo chamber of hate that they build.
Echo chamber?
See? they don't like people being happy. They don't like people enjoying themselves. They don't like to see fun going on because they can't. Because they can't have fun. Because they can't smile. Because they can't talk to their chat. They can't have friends in their chat. They only have hates. I feel sorry for them because they've only got hate.
Hello, chat. Are you having fun? Do we have a laugh? I've got all the chicken I can eat. All we can do is hate. We've turned Alan's despicable vitriol, right? We've turned his does he not understand this? It's like we've spun his shit into gold. Like, we've turned his despicable vitriol into comedy. Like, he's having an angry rant, he's having a pop at people, and hello, she's doing a bit of yoga. Set your mind and body free. Ooh, hello. We've turned it into a meme and a laugh, and had a laugh. Look, here's us laughing. We're literally laughing at him. This big, almost looks like a roast chicken. Oh my god.
As much chicken as I can eat.
I've got a big armchair.
I've got a big armchair. Oh yeah. I've got a dog. I've got a pedigree dog. I've got all the bling. As much chicken as I can eat.
I've got all the chicken I can eat. We've turned it into a laugh. Like, we've done... he's like misrepresenting things the opposite way around.
Trolling. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is the bullying of another person using the internet, mobile phones and digital devices.
We're not doing that, Alan. It's not like there's a group of us sending you text saying, you're a slag, you're a fucking mom. Like, that's not what's happening. We're not cyberbullying you, you idiot. You idiot. You're making content and we're critiquing it, and it makes you look stupid because you are stupid. You are bad. We're not cyberbullying you. What we're doing is detracting. You're a lol cow and we're milking you for laughs. The rebrand is complete. The rebrand is fully complete, okay? I wonder if there's going to be a really succinct what is a lol cow. Because the rebrand is complete. Defining a lol cow using Chris Chan. How long's this? 11 minutes. I want a really short one, really. This is a 3-minute take, but I think we looked at that before. This is a 4-minute what is a lol cow. Go on then, we'll try this. This is Turt the Greatest. They've got 5 subscribers, so if this goes well for them, they might have a few more.
Starting already? No time to waste then. Today's video is covering lol cows. Now, when I first heard the term lol cow, I immediately thought of the laughing cow cheese, but no, it's something much less edible but just as funky smelling. A lol cow is simply defined as somebody who makes others laugh unintentionally, though in general a good lol cow checks these boxes. For one, they gotta be open. Without content to troll, there is nothing to lol at, and we're just left with some man cow thing. No, much less sexy. Almost. Oh dear God, it's hideous! And perfect. For two, the responses have to be genuine. The butthole puckering cringe adds sweetness to the milk. Cringe so good that you find yourself physically recoiling from the video.
Kurt and Lisa sent tippies.
Big ups, Kurt and Lisa.
Since we have no chicken, can we have a double order of hate sarnies with extra vitriol, please?
He's having a bit of a
Thank you for keeping it real, Scotty Hottie XX.
Thanks.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thanks very much. Thank you for the tippies. I do appreciate it. I do. Big episode tomorrow, and we've got, after this, we've got a premiere of Alan and his black bedroom.
Not going to happen, right?
I'm just carrying on with this lol cow video for a minute. I agree. General responses.
Out of embarrassment for the other person.
Cringe, embarrassment.
Now that's some sweet, sweet milk. And for 3, they have to keep coming back for more. If a lol cow wises up and leaves or changes, that's no good. If, however, the lol cow sticks around and stays the same, then we have a bona fide milkable bovine with milk so divine that people feel inclined to run and tell, I don't fucking know, Ethan Klein.
Nice rhyming. It's interesting. I'd add a couple more boxes to tick here. I think a lol cow is not self-aware. I think they think highly of themselves, and the rest of us think they're an idiot. I think that's a big box that needs ticking. Yeah, Karen.
The amount of lol cows continues to grow at an impressive rate. I like to think a wizard somewhere entertaining guests got wasted one day and kind of lost control of it all. And for my next trick, I'll pull a laughing cow from a hat.
I'm going to just critique a little bit. I'd make this bit punchier and sharper, but
Doesn't
yeah,
he
go
usually
ahead.
do this with a rabbit? I have opinions on that. Oh, I am so sorry, children. This is humanity's problem.
I'm going to
now.
subscribe to Turt the Great. I'm going to pop their video in chat if you want to watch this in your own time and subscribe to them.
As the lolcows grow, so do the amount of trolls surrounding them. The more talented
They've only
of these
got 5
trolls start YouTube
subscribers.
channels. Some less talented trolls have the lolcow doxed and attempt to harm their personal lives. While to most, the troll channels appear to be parasitic, I would argue that they are actually symbiotic. The troll channels act as a way for new blood to get mixed into a lolcow's community.
Interesting. Reform BBC, thanks for the £5. Thanks, Scott, for advice for my small channel inspector. We could do content advice. I don't mind doing like channels about media, like content about media production. I've learned a lot. I don't put it all into action myself, but I've learned a lot. And whether you want to take the interesting advice from somebody who's not massively successful but has learned a lot is totally up to you. But like, yeah, I can also point you in the direction of some really good channels that can give really good advice. One of those is Devin Nash. We'll look at him in just a second.
I personally learned of Wings of Redemption through Sean Ranklin. There are more examples too, like... So whereas lolcow communities used to greedily hoard their cows, they now sell the milk freely while promoting others to come get some sweet, sweet cringe. With how common lolcow communities are these days, people are free to roam around to differing communities, finding a particular brand of cringe to latch onto.
This is
I
true.
haven't seen anybody...
There's like, you know, different communities about different people on the internet that like different lolcows have their own communities. Phil is the biggest with the largest community, Darkside Phil, but there are lots of others, and Alan is now one of them. Alan, like you chuffers who laugh at Alan and watch his nonsense. Oh, he's finished. He's finished. You chuffers that laugh at Alan and watch his nonsense with me. We're a community around Alan and his nonsense, aren't we? Like,
He kills the bull, so that really does...
rage
People
clown,
who beg for subs or guilt trip others
crybaby,
into donating, or people
who beg for subs or guilt trip people into donating. This is Alan.
who throw pity parties all the time. fall
Pity
into this
parties, that's
category.
Alan.
These are the worst types of lolcows in my opinion, and that's just me though. Some people really prefer these communities. And for those who like to keep it old school, there is the garden variety oversharer, or...
So we've got rage clown, people who get in massive... That looks like Alan, a rage clown. We've got the crybaby, that's Alan. And we've also got the oversharer complaining about their personal life. Like, a lot of people think that because YouTube is a social media platform, and it is, that to some people it's like, right, here's the camera, this is my true life, and I'll just talk about everything and anything, and can you help me please with my shopping? Like, to others, it's like I'm creating media on the internet, so I might not want to show everything and talk about my private life and, you know, beg for my shopping. I might want to create media and content with some value that people enjoy watching, and then if they feel like supporting it, you know, things go well, as exactly what happens here, hopefully. But it's interesting that other lolcows get... Like, I wouldn't put Alan necessarily in this category, although he did a lot of videos like him walking around with Winston, or me playing poker, or just this and that. I've got nothing else really to share, but he didn't have much of a life, did he? But complaining about personal stuff on the internet is often a route to becoming a lolcow, because, like, you know, why should the whole internet fix all your personal problems? Like, maybe you should have a think about your personal life and sort it out off camera. But yeah, interesting stuff.
Complainus painus in my Angus. This type of lolcow
I don't know who
overshares
coined the
everything
phrase
about
lolcow.
themselves, even the embarrassing parts. While this could also be seen as your average vlogger or streamer, the oversharer doesn't just show pentakills or fancy steaks. Instead, they show everything and the fallout, just like a Discord mod losing his IRL GF. Goodbye, everyone. I've been Pauly.
I like that because I wanted punchy. Again, if I was to edit this for them, I would just... There's a thing called a J-cut where you finish speaking and you start speaking just as they overlap. I'd pull it together a little bit, like concertina it in, and make it sharper, tighter, punchier, quicker. Because as a short video to explain things, it was good. And I just wanted, like, because of my brain, shorter, punchier, quicker. But I'm not critiquing, really. 10 subscribers, 6 videos. This is Turt the Great. So I've subscribed. This is Turt the Great. I will copy and paste that into my chat. Just found them then on the internet. So there you go, Turt the Great. And I said that we would also look at something else as well, didn't I? Just after Devin Nash. I just want to quickly show you Devin Nash, and then we'll go back over and look at what Alan did, and we'll set up the premiere. So Devin Nash, for anyone who's into doing a YouTube channel or anything like that.
How have you accomplished so?
So some of these things might seem a little bit outside of a ballpark, maybe. Like, I'm not going to be doing what the top people at Twitch are doing. Like, I'm not going to be Elon Musk, and I'm not going to be Ludwig or XQC, you know. But learning, like, this is quite heavily marketing side stuff. How Amaranth became #1 female creator. Some people might be eggy about it. Amaranth, #1 female creator. Oh, she got there because she got boobies. But she worked really fucking hard, and loads of people have got boobies. So she worked really fucking hard, and there are lessons to be learned. So you've got to be open-minded to things. But this is, in my opinion, one of the best channels to teach about content streaming. Streaming more than videos, but also videos as well. And Mr. Beast has got loads of good advice as well, but you can find that yourself on the internet. Don't wish for it, work for it. The section again, Scott. I don't know. The most important thing is to keep moving forward and to keep improving, like trying to step forward. It used to be, as a video producer, I would think every video I want it to make it a bit better than the last one, you know. But now as a streamer, I understand that every stream can't just be better than the last one, because then, like, by the end of the year, I'd be god of streaming. But you know, the fluctuation in waves, absolutely. But you want to keep putting on your best and keep moving forward and improving your content. Alan bought a microphone and put it behind him after 5 years.
Think twice about that. They could pick on part of your body that you never thought of, and then now it becomes a problem to you. And they can create new problems.
That's what he tries to do with us.
Trolling, cyberbullying.
Alan's just learned a new technique. Watch it come out in the next few weeks. Watch him actually do that. Alan learns the technique. He reads these leaflets about, you know, the bad things that trolls do and thinks, oh, I could do that. Oh, I haven't tried picking a piece of their body that they weren't insecure about and turning it into an insecurity. I thought you had to pick something they were insecure about and pick on it. But now I realise that you don't have to, like, as a narcissist, he's used to finding someone's insecurity and then picking on it. But he's just learned that on the internet you don't have to. You can invent something like ham hands and just go at it.
Cyberbullying is the bullying of another person using the internet, mobile phones and digital devices. Cyberbullying takes the form of posts on forums and social media, text messages, email, with the aim of hurting a victim. Trolling is a form.
So, what you're talking about there, for Alan, if I haven't got this, have I got this wrong, Alan? What you're talking about is like when you've done this video, Van and Scott's Sick Minds Invent Abuse Stories, or this one with the picture of me that you cut out from my Facebook picture, or are you talking about these community posts that you do, popping at these people? This one actually proves that you ask Quora, how do I invite some to collaborate? Look, Quora, more related to, this was his Smule stuff. He said, I'm innocent of Smule, innocent on Smule, because when I search my emails for Smule, it comes up with these drafts that I didn't send to Smule, and then this one, and it was from a different account, not the proper account, and then this one that says, how do I invite someone, collaborate? It says 30th of June, but you don't know the year. How do I invite someone to collaborate? So you didn't invite kids to collaborate on your song then? You didn't create a collaboration and invite kids to collaborate on your song then? You only asked the internet how to do that. And you may have asked them some years ago. We don't have the years on that. So it's strange that you should post that as a community post, Alan. Just thought I'd highlight that. Maybe someone should highlight that more. This one annoys me as well. This proves that Alan, in his own words, didn't steal this content from Susan Bahans. Here he is showing a screenshot of him screen recording it on a different app. Screen recording it on a different app? But the thing he's screen recording is Susan Bahans' video, so he doesn't prove anything. He's an idiot. But I assume when he's talking about cyberbullying, he's talking about You know, all this stuff where he's like having a pop at these people, like Val. Look, there's a photograph he's taken, talking about making people feel insecure about the way they look and things like that. He's taken this picture from my Facebook and published it on his own community post, which is a bit fucking weird, isn't it, Alan? Like, really, to take a picture from my Facebook and publish it on your community post. I'm actually okay with it. I think I look fine. But like, would you consider that cyberbullying? Or the bit where you said, and I'm the pervert, he photoshopped this, Scott never had a six-pack, thanks to his friend we now have many like this. My friend, you mean Mark Zuckerberg? Or is this this stuff about Martin Dean where you go on about him and his stroke and not being able to talk? Is that cyberbullying, Alan? Or is that those protected characteristics that you didn't want to have people popping at? Are you okay, Alan? Are you okay? You seem to be really fucking confused.
Cyberbullying, isn't it?
Oh, wait, their chat, look, about time Scott was saying... Oh, right, that's why you said it. It's sectioned again. I've never been sectioned. If you want, I've got a friend who has been sectioned. We can get them on the show. I've been thinking about it for a long time. I've been thinking about local people that I know that are like good friends of mine that would make good guests. And I've got a friend who has been sectioned. I've got 2 people I know in my life, friends that have been sectioned. And like their experiences would be really interesting. Like, they're not nutters, they're just people who've been through some shit, you know. But I haven't been sectioned.
Trolling is generally about provocation to get a reaction. That's what it does.
He seems to get one out of you, doesn't it, Alan?
What should you do if you're being trolled in your social media life? Don't respond. Block the trolls' accounts.
It's midnight.
Don't post online.
Listen, I realised 5 minutes ago, it's midnight. It's always midnight.
That you've been targeted. Take some time out from social media, like I do a lot lately. If the abuse you receive makes you feel
Raining again. I couldn't be happier.
threat or otherwise unlawful.
Thank you very much, Sierra J.
Chalky Milk Fund.
That's
Thanks
right.
for all you do. Keep your knee on the see you next Tuesday's neck.
Yeah, lots of people want me to do that,
Super
don't
Chuffer
they?
owes 3 hugs.
Thank you. Lots of people want me to keep my foot on his neck, so to speak, don't they? I appreciate that, yeah. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to copy and paste that into there. That's the Tippy's link. Thank you. That's why I'm kind of doing it, is popular demand, really. But I do think that we can start doing this as a weekly episode. Like I said, we did one the other week. Just sum it all up in 1 week, and then look to channels like the Obsoletist, Martin Dean, Slinky Socks to, you know, keep that foot on his neck. And then I'll do a weekly sum up of, like, you know, the streams in the way that we do. I'll probably, if I'm, like, when I'm reacting like this, I actually, like today, I was so disappointed and like think it's so bad. Like, it's almost making me angry. Like, we do it with Dark Side Phil. We laugh at him some days, and then other days we're like, for Christ's sake, Phil, not again. And like today was a bit like that. So if I if I have time to just let it settle, then I can be more funny and less like eggy. But yeah, keeping him to account is important, I suppose. And it's fun, isn't it? And we've got a bit of a, you know, fun community thing going. So I'm going to set up the premiere.
Social media platform and the police. What do they do?
8th of the 8th.
Now, you might be tempted to troll someone. You might see someone online that you don't like and be tempted to send out an unkind message. Stop yourself. Put yourself in that person's shoes and think twice before you press that button. If you're thinking about AD, you're a con man, think twice about that.
You are a con man.
I haven't asked
Think twice
anybody for
about
money
it.
tonight, have I? Do I ever ask anybody?
You went on about having no money, so it's subtle, but it's manipulation. I haven't got any money. Everyone's out to get me. Oh, here you go, Alan. Have 20 quid and buy yourself something nice. Cheer yourself up. You've literally done crowdfunds. You've got Patreon. Like, what are you on about?
For money? No. Put yourself in that person's place. People have been excluded from school, university, lost their jobs and friends, have been jailed for sending abuse online. It's a horrible thing to do, but you're risking your own future by engaging in trolling. Any one of those people that called me a P, I could take the court tomorrow. and ruin their lives.
No, you couldn't, because you haven't got any monies. And
But it's too expensive.
I would bring out every piece of evidence circumstantial against you.
What should you do if you realise
have a
you
good
told
case.
someone? Well, maybe apologise. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? How about an apology? Not going to happen, right?
Nope, not from me.
Guys, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to update you on why I'm not doing certain cases.
What?
I have no intention of doing certain cases because I don't want that life anymore. I don't want that life. And I'm asking them to leave me alone because I'm leaving that case alone.
Okay, so I'm nothing to do with the Rusick case, but the case of me versus Alan. Alan, son. All right, son. It was Channel 4's work, son. All right, son. All right, Eddie in the vinyl fucking break, and I can't name his channel, and Super Chimper that I can't name his channel. You know, they don't have anything to do with my content. I don't say their ideas on my channel, so just get that out of your head while he ravages our content for ideas. Son, why don't you do a public apology for me? Why don't you do it? If you do, Alan, right, take down... I'm thinking, should I even say this? Because then I'll have to honour what I say. But, because I don't think he'll do it, right? Alan, if you take down the videos of me... Well, of me. The one where you said I sexually abused your daughter is the worst one, I suppose. But, take down the videos of me, all of them. And I want a public apology video. I want it to be more than 20 minutes long. I want it to be true and contrite. I don't want any of this son business. I want you to list the things you've done wrong to me, the reasons you're sorry, what you're going to do in the future to do better. I want it for Val. I want it for Tosha and the others as well. If you do that, maybe this could stop. Maybe. I'll say maybe. Stay in your lane. Good point. But...
Will it happen?
No.
At the moment, they pretend I am talking about it. I don't know why. I guess it suits their agenda.
Because, Alan, on your posts, you just talked about it today. You mentioned, you said, I think she's involved. You said that sentence in today's episode. We all heard you. And I think NK's involved, my opinion. Even though I was skipping through, we heard that. They're talking about these community posts when you're like, I need your opinions. Someone else has exposed NK. Should I talk about NK? I'm a good man because I've got a puppy. Another one that somebody else posted something about Nicole Kessinger. So therefore, do you think I shouldn't talk about her? You are talking about her there. This junior man should be sued, not Team Truthers. Nicole Kessinger. That's you talking about her on the posts. You never stop. You never stop. You poked the hornet's nest to see what reaction you could get. And now you're looking for a reaction because you want basically pity money because there's a drama going on and you're perpetuating it. It's just fucking... Oh no, I'm never going to get an apology out of him. It would hurt him to his soul. It would destroy his self-perception. I'd like you... not just an apology. I want him to admit to being a grifter and stand up and say, I'm not someone special. I'm not some super detective with loads of people watching me. No one gives a shit. Isla on the bit this morning doesn't give a shit. No one gives a shit. I'm not even a legend in my own lunchtime. I'm a pretty pathetic specimen of a sad old man who, sorry, not being ageist, but he is now at the age of retirement, yeah? His family have left him. He's on his own. He's got no social ties, no friends, no network, no fun. He does weird shit for his entertainment. The people at the poker don't like him. Just admit it all, Alan. Just admit it. You're a con man, a grifter, and a crook. And you've dug your own hole, and now you're about to lay in it. And you don't like it. So you're pissing and moaning so people on the internet can pay you away.
My agenda is I want a peaceful life. Please let me have one.
Look at his lie. Look at his lie face. My agenda. So you've got an agenda now? I didn't know we all had to have agendas. I didn't know we were having agendas. But you've got an agenda now. And your agenda is you want a peaceful life, just to be left alone, really. Isn't it? Just to be left alone. If only you were just, peaceful. Just leave me alone. Ha 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 ha. Creepy.
Thanks for watching the Armchair Tactic, guys. See you tomorrow. Good night.
If you wanted to be left alone, why are you encouraging all this stuff on the internet? Why don't you just stop doing your crappy videos? What are you getting out of it, Alan? All right. He's getting status and people sucking his bum, and they're idiots that do it. This is fine. We're on tomorrow with us at 7 p.m, so that's going to be a banger. So what's going to happen now is we've got a premiere of me creating Angry Alan's bed in his dark room, in his black room, in his black... It's going to include the chat. You're all going to be there. Thank you all very much for the tippies. Thank you all very much for the donations. Thank you all very much for being here. It's been a blast. But I'm going to knock it on the head and pass you over to me, recorded. There'll be a premiere for you all to talk about. It's a chill stream. It's Nunites. It's chill energy. It's chill Nunites energy. So I'm going to pass you over to that. And now it's all set up to do it. So you be good, my little pucos. And if you can't be good, you're naughty.